Hey there, everyone. How we all doing? I hope we're all having a wonderful Friday or Thursday, depending on your time zone. I know Nish might be a little bit quiet on his end, but I've decided to steal the show for today. So welcome in, everybody. I already know that I'm not going to be able to hear some of my sound alerts because I was mucking around with my OBS. So I'm immune to bonks today. Stuff it. But welcome to this kitchen battle. We are joined here today by Nish on my end, and I am on Nish's channel. So how are we doing, Nish? How are we doing Nish's chat as well, and how are we doing my chat?
I'm doing great. I'm super excited. I'm ready to see who comes out on top in this kitchen battle.
Yeah, whose stuff is the good stuff? You know what I also realized too? It's going to be quiet on my end because I didn't start my music.
Yeah, and for anybody in my chat, feel free to let me know if TC is too quiet or if the music is too loud or what have you, so we can find a good balance.
And vice versa for me as well. So, we are about to exchange recipes for today's battle, but we need to find out what today's special ingredient is going to be. Do we have any guesses in chat? But we haven't really given away too much on what we're using, have we?
Should we give like a hint?
Ooh.
Or just leave it to chance? Chad, do you know us well enough?
So I've got mincemeat and metapods on my side. It's not metapods, tell us. It's not
TC
metapods.
is very quiet. Okay. Let me see if I can turn TC up.
I really don't know. Yeah, I really don't know what to how to give a good hint for this, but but also tech how.
Thank you for the sub, Asta. All right, I cranked up TC. If that still doesn't work, then I can keep it going.
TC's a little quiet on the stream too. I'm hoping I am. Wait, there might be a reason behind why I'm quiet. Let's have a look. No, it should be, unless... That's actually going up, if anything. Bad. Be about... Come on. Be about there. Okay. Am I quiet on my end, tell us, or...?
Let me see if I can. I think it's just because like the way my volume settings are. So let me change my volume settings, crank them up.
Yeah, I should probably do. Sorry about the pre-stream scuff already, guys, but so, yeah. So I need to turn Nish down on my ends, if anything. Put that over there. I need to. Audio's over here. So,
hopefully TC's a bit louder. I'll turn down the music a little bit as well.
Alrighty, I can give us a bit of a what's been going on. What's been going on? I know you've been doing a charity event at the moment. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, and so we're running a charity drive this entire month, which is why I'm in my beautiful bear onesie for today's stream. Volume is much better now. Good. And so we're going to be continuing that through the entire month, doing more collab streams, more fun, more holiday stuff, and we're going to kick it off with a end of the year marathon stream with lots of gaming and baking and cooking, and should be a lot of fun. And you can see me do more embarrassing things like this on stream, or look my Sunday best. This is what I wear to church every Sunday. But yeah, I've just been looking forward to doing this. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm totally going to kick your butt in this collaborative kitchen battle.
Already coming out with them fighting words. All right, I'm down for that. I'm definitely down for that. All right, so hang on, that's come later for you now. It's good. Okay, all right. So I've just turned down Nish as well, so should be about the same volume levels as well. Where's my chattering? Oh, yes, there we go. There, nice. Alrighty. Obviously, if there is still some scuff and problems going on with volumes, let us know. But I can't think of any good ways to give a hint for what we're using today, so let's just get it out of the way, shall we? Titch?
It's orb-like. It's orb-like.
It's orb-like, yes. With many of things inside said orb. But, zoom in.
Zooming in.
Alrighty, so what do we got? What do we got? Oh wow, tell us good. It is. Pomegranate. Good guess, Talos. Good guess. Right on the noggin.
Nice. I don't think I've ever had an affogato beam.
An affogato. Okay. So yes, today's secret ingredient is pomegranate. So your clue gave it away. It was a pretty good clue, wasn't it? Orb-like with small things inside. Smaller orbs. Titch? Come on, buddy. Come on.
I forgot about showing you D's nuts.
Oh, Beam, come on.
It
was good. It was good.
Hate it here.
Titch? Zoom out.
Zooming out.
So I can't hear his confirmation of things being like him listening to my commands. So that's going to be fun today. It's going to be fun. So.
Oh, can I screw it? Can I screw a Tish? Oh, ha ha ha.
I've thought about trying to make it so people from Discord can activate Titch's commands, but I have a feeling that if I do that, he might activate himself in the process. And it's just
that'd be pretty good.
How the timer's going to go? The timers? Oh, the timers, you'll be able to hear them, I won't be able to hear them. That's pretty much what happens. Like, the way that my audio routing set is set up, if I open OBS with my headset linked, I can hear everything, but if I set it the way I usually do afterwards to make it so I don't get double up on sounds, and I can actually audio route, then I can't hear anything. OBS is fun. I need to find a better way to do this, but...
yeah, fun, very fun. Very, very fun. Not at all complicated or convoluted.
Nah,
very,
of course
very
not.
fun.
So, yes. So what do you mean by, can we see them again, tell us? You want to... shake it.
I've got a tail too.
But yeah, so now we are going to be exchanging recipes to see what we're actually making today. Timers invisible. Oh, the timers will definitely work on the cooking stream, 100%. It's just I don't have it as a source on the gameplay stream, which is dumb. But so I am about to just send a recipe over to Nish, and hopefully he sends the same to me.
We're sending. I figured we were just gonna read them to each other. I didn't realize we actually got to see them.
I mean, we could read them to each other, but be a little bit complicated in that sense.
It would be complicated.
So,
all right. Perfect. I love it.
So here's my one for you, Nish. Now, one of the things that I was looking for in a recipe, because we're using pomegranates today, I thought to myself, using pomegranates usually in my head would be something sweet, like using a sweet style dish. But I thought, what would be a good thing? We'd try find something a bit more savory in a sense. So I found something that was more of a stew, if anything. It also turned out too that because of where the dish is actually from, it somewhat works out well with your cooking around the world theme at the moment.
I wanted to make this dish too. This is one of the ones I really wanted to make. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Because I saw it was like, oh, this is a Persian dish from Persia. It's like, wait, Nish is up to the peas at the moment. He did Papua New Guinea not too long ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, technically Persia is no longer a country, but I didn't get a chance to do it for Iran, and I was super excited for that. Also, hi everybody in chat. Sorry if I'm not saying hi. Since we're doing a collab, I'm going to be focusing more on my fellow collaborator instead of you, so apologies if I don't see your message, but I am reading them all. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up.
And I'll be looking at both as well.
Super comfy. It's very warm, though.
So I need to go to Nish. There we go. All right. All right. Okay.
Attention to us. Deal with it, Baker. Suck it up. Suck it up. I'm not gonna be paying attention to you. You're gonna have to deal with my scoffing, my cold shoulder.
So MT says cooking and ASMR recipe reading? Question mark.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hi Ma, how we doing?
Three stunts in one stream already.
But yeah, so usually what I tried to do in the past for these cooking battles was have like a time frame on which we need to make these, but unfortunately what would happen is we would get distracted to one way or another and the time would sort of get out of hand. So there's no time limit today, just as soon as we're done, get it presented, and then there will be voting at the end. So I have got a link that I will be posting in both chats. I haven't actually talked to Nish about this, but because I have a special sword on his chat, I can just send the links anyway. So yeah. Oh, okay. So you got a bot in your chat?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Just casually banning my chatters, you know, as you do.
Yeah.
Gotta show them who's boss every once in a while.
Yeah. Oh boy. And also, hey Cupid or Tina, how are we doing? So yeah, if we want to just start ripping into this and getting on the way,
Let's do it.
we'll get onto it. So yes, yeah.
Food processor to start. Actually, I think the recipe also called for rice, so I should grab a rice cooker.
Yes.
As well.
Oh, I should actually do the old the starting thing before we go. So Nish, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Alrighty. Alekusin! I don't have the pepper to bite on as well today. I had some, but they were a bit funky. So it's like, I can't do the thing. And hey, Lemon, how we doing? So mine is going to call for boil the onions. All right. I just want to double check to see if there was an instruction for them.
Thanks
Peel
for the
left
sub,
half.
Renty. Enjoy the lurk. I hope your dad gets a good nap.
bite a bit into the pom pom. I need them for later.
Here, hold up. I got an apple. Will an apple suffice?
I think they use that in the American Iron Chef.
All right. I'm gonna get a good apple bite. Let's see if I can get a good crunch. I mean, I get to eat an apple, which is nice.
All right, Titch. I might have to do this to make sure I know. Zoom in, guest.
Zooming in.
No, MT, I'm not biting the onion.
Oh, my apple.
Crunch ASMR, yes.
I made it all the way to the core with one bite.
Oh, wow. That's a big bite.
All
I
right.
love a man who can bite into an onion. Ooh. I'm sorry that you won't be able to love me then, because I'm not doing that.
I had a college roommate. Yeah, big mouth, true that. I had a college roommate who would straight up eat onions like apples all the time.
Oh,
They were
wow.
like way into onions. I don't know how they did it. As a big onion fan, I don't know how they did it.
Zoom out, guest.
Zooming out.
Why did it go so small? What? It's just so tiny on my screen now.
Ew. Little baby Nishin over here.
I'm gonna find out why that did that. Oh no, I'm gonna be so far behind.
I'm gonna use this technical difficulty to stream ahead of you.
That's probably why, because for some reason. Zoom was fine, yeah.
Time for the nut.
Titch? Titch? Alright, because I got OBS selected. Damn it! Titch. Zoom in guest.
Zooming in.
Yeah, so we can get zoom in Nish all the way. Titch.
I
Zoom
got
out guest.
a haircut today,
Zooming
and I still
out.
somehow managed to look like a crazy person. I've got like a weird like bunny ears situation going on. While seeing this, it's a good look. This is a good look.
It's that distinguishing anime style hair that you can
I got the like the what is it? The ahoge, the like ahoge like antenna thing.
yes. All you need to do now is just be able to have them react to how you're feeling at the moment. So if you're a little bit surprised, they stand up, and then
Yeah. If I'm like sad, it like troops down.
yeah. Cuban asks, you were roommates with an onion? No, an onion eater.
Yeah, I was roommates with an onion.
Just full legit onion.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently one of our prime ministers used to eat onions like apples. He was weird.
Sounds like a standard Australian man.
Yeah. I mean, I think the one after him, he was the one known for pooping his dacks in the Maccas. So,
Wait, he was what at McDonald's?
so he crapped his dacks, or he pooped his pants.
Oh right.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
I'm pretty sure that was ScoMo. If
You
not,
know,
it was
McDonald's Maggie's has like clean bathrooms, so if there was a place to crap yourself, you know, there are worse places in the world.
one of them.
We all have accidents every once in a while. We're only human.
Yeah, of course. Peel these onions. So one thing I wanted to ask, I was watching your collab with Camel for a bit. How did that turn out? So you were making Kool-Aid chicken, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I made Kool-Aid chicken wings. They were surprisingly good. We also made Takis cheesecake. Also surprisingly good, mostly because you could barely taste the Takis.
The Takis are those the hot, spicy crisps, yeah?
Yeah, they're basically like tortilla chips, but they're kind of like rolled on themselves. And then they're just
Yeah.
coated in shitloads of salt and MSG.
Yep.
And citric acid in the case of this one. And so we crushed them up and used those as our graham cracker bottom. And then I put some extra
Oh.
inside of the cheesecake as well. But it mostly just tasted like cheesecake because of all the fat. So
Okay.
it's pretty good. Hey, what's up, Biggie? You into my apple?
Alright, so my onions are all ready to go. I need to go boil. I should probably do the same as well, because I need rice too.
It's true. You gotta support your graham cracker bottom. And also, yes, Matcha, the Ahegao antenna. That's exactly what it is.
Yes, of course. It doesn't actually say. Let's have a look. Just boil the onions. Not sure. Put these in the back here. Get them boiling. That's the wrong burner. There we go. Do I need
Me
to
and my
put
bro just big chillin'. What's up, buddy?
It's just that easy for you. You're just flexing already. Don't have to. I'm not stressing. I got this in the bag.
This is my facade. This is my like internal panicking facade. Really, I'm pretty sure I've already failed. All right, I'm gonna actually mute myself for a second because I'm gonna be running this food processor and I don't want to like rupture eardrums.
Ah, nice. Not a problem. So, it actually tells you about the onions. Cool. So yeah, fill a pot enough with water to cover the onions, bring to a boil, add whole onions. Oh, I've got to put gotta boil it, then put the onions in. Sorry, we can take them out. A little bit confused. I just said boil onions, and then the next step was like how to boil the onions. I should read ahead, shouldn't I? I should have proofread this recipe. Cook until tender, 20-25 minutes. Use a side spoon to remove the onions into a colander, drain, and let stand cool enough to handle. Cut into wedges from the outside of the core of each onion. Yep. Then we're gonna peel out the...
Readings for chumps.
Sarah Lou has requested you hydrate.
Well, now that I can do, Sarah. Where's my water? Cheers, Sarah.
Ay, 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 ay.
Oh, I hope this, kitchen comes. Oh. I can't feel my toes. We're gonna have a surprise toes. Sorry, I can't feel my words.
I can hear
It's gonna cost me some time. I'll refund points.
I'll just do it for you because we can actually hear them on my end.
Oh really? Oh, that's right. I put the I put them into the yeah. Okay. So I need to do that.
All right, chat. Double alerts time. You can spam both my chat and TC's chat, and they'll all show up on my stream. So this is. I probably shouldn't advertise that. This will get crazy.
Okay, where was it? It was. I probably should just do this anyway. Redeem string. So do filters. Oh, we need to put a second one. Monitor. Yes.
King, thank you so much for the sub. Also, yeah, saying that was a mistake. Also, thank you for the hydrate.
We want to put that one too. I'll have to check these out after stream to see if they double up on me or not. Whoop! What was that? Oh, that's yeah, that's there. I probably like pushing them anyway. Then where's audio? There's audio. So he should be popping up through here. Audio. Wait, no, I want this one here. Sorry about all this.
Nah, this time I was just lazy.
Okay, yeah, that's really weird that it's not not popping up through there. Oh well. I can hear some of them, I can't hear the ones. I'm sorry. I'm a terrible streamer.
They'll survive.
Alright, so... Oh, who's calling the police on me?
Trash alone time.
Empty's
Yeah.
calling yeah, call the police on me, just lock it up. Throw me in the sin bin.
You're just here for Biggie. Understandable. Understandable.
I mean, that's sort of why I'm there as well.
You know, it makes sense. I think most people just like very, very like, they put up with my presence and then they like show up just for the cat, and I get it. I you know, I understand.
It's pretty much his stream, really, but still.
All right, how finely do I need this to round? I feel like this is good enough. Form a fine crumb.
Oh, hang on. No. I need to... The recipe called for rice. I might do a little bit of a scan through, because I was just about to cook the rice. It's like, wait, the recipe called for raw rice, so I might need to cook it into the recipe. So let's just make sure about that. Chopped onions, yep. Add the lamb, anchovies, salt, pepper. Yep. There we go. Add the rice. Hang on. Add the rice and cook until translucent. Okay.
Are we fine enough? Is this looking fine?
That's looking mighty fine. You've never heard the term sin bin? Okay. That's not a it's not a like an Aussie thing, is it? I thought that like the sin bin.
Sin bin?
Yeah. It's like
You know, I don't think I've ever heard that.
Oh, okay. It's like I swear I heard it like in hockey in a sense. Like when you get a red card and you have to get put into timeout. They throw you it's the sin bin. They put you in the sin bin. Maybe it is an Aussie thing.
That
Maybe,
makes sense. Just like a substitute for jail.
Pretty much, yeah. Right, yeah, so I just gotta Probably should. I'll put a lid on that. Yeah, that actually was a good thing I read that. Because I was just about to cook up a bunch of rice, and then, yeah, it says to put the rice into the recipe and cook it that way, so. It's a sports term. Hang on. We're all nerds and don't do sport. Okay, yeah, that's probably true. That's...
I'm surrounded by a bunch of nerds over here. Nerds.
Yep.
Imagine being a nerd. It couldn't be me.
Nah.
Couldn't be this guy who spends his weekends dealing with computers just so he can stream cooking. Definitely not a nerd.
Nah. I mean, I had this conversation with one of my friends after we saw, I think it was Thor. We went and saw Thor, and his cousin was talking about, oh, I'm a bit of a nerd and stuff like that. It's like, don't worry about it. Like, yeah. No. Like my thing was being a nerd's not that big a deal because I feel there's a nerd in every aspect of like fandom, if you will.
Yeah, I agree. I think being a nerd just means you're like passionate about something.
Yeah.
Like I think it's broadened to the point where it's no longer just about like being into like gaming or computers or whatever. Like it feels like it's kind of broadened into just being like super passionate about a specific thing.
Exactly, yeah. Because then I turned around and said to my mate who was driving, and said, "Well, look, Thorn here is he's a footy nerd." And he's sort of looking at me, and he's like,
"People get so nerdy over sports. Oh my god! I feel like sports is like one of the most nerdy things in the world. Sometimes,
100%. Because I turned around and said, "I said, look, Thorn's a footy nerd. I bet you he can tell you who won the '94 grand final." And without a beat, he turns around and goes, "Yeah, it was probably Richmond." And then he googled it later and sent me a picture, and it's like, "Yeah, it was Richmond. I was right." It's like, you're a footy nerd. Footy nerds all about feet. Oh no.
Yeah, true. Foot obsessed nerds.
Yep. Fantasy football? You mean D&D for jocks? Don't.
True.
Yeah, I was gonna say that is 100% true, and I'm somewhat roped into that as well. So.
That reminds me, for the charity thing, we're actually doing a community D&D like holiday themed one shot over the weekend. So if anybody in my community is interested, this is a reminder for you that we're going to be doing that. Details are in my Discord.
Yeah, so jump over to Nish's channel, and Titch already promoted him before, so yeah, his Discord should be in there as well. So go follow Nish. Nish is cool.
Debatable, but I have a cute cat.
Yes, there we go. Follow for the cat. Tolerate everything else for the cat. There's some other stuff that happens as well.
I'm tolerable. Isn't that right, Biggie? I'm tolerable.
I should actually weigh up all my other stuff as well, shouldn't I? That might be a good thing to do while I'm waiting for the water to boil for my onions. I probably should just
for tolerating me.
Bitch.
He's just like, please put me down, please.
Zooming in.
Please put me down. Please.
Cutie.
There you go, buddy. You're free. Be free.
Yep. Run while you can. Titch. Zoom out guest.
Zooming out.
There we go. Just a little bit of a kerfuffle that happened before. So what else do I need? Oh, that's what I should do. I should get all this. See, I know the problem I'm having here. I'm going, all the spices are probably going to get put in at once, but they might not. I'm just going to risk it for the biscuit anyway. I don't have enough small containers to put all the spices in.
King, that is so true. Sports is so nerdy. You got to keep up with a dozen plus characters and their cheerleaders in order to know everything. Plus, you get something for everyone, whether you're into guys or gals. True.
Yes, yeah. And there's numbers involved too. Lots of numbers.
So many numbers.
Yep.
Especially baseball. Baseball is so number driven.
Oh, I don't think I've heard too much about the numbers of baseball. I know fantasy football has a lot of like thrown yards, run yards, all that kind of stuff. My mates are in fantasy football, and they somewhat dragged me into it too because I needed numbers. And every time,
I've been that person as well.
Yeah, and every time we get together and have a chat, they're always like, "Oh, so and so got me this many points, and they should have thrown to him," and all that kind of stuff. It's like, yeah. So, I've been playing Pokemon recently.
Can we talk about Pokemon? Yeah, I felt that like I'd been in a fantasy football league for a while, and I used to be like super into football, but like my interest has like steadily waned. And this year I was just like, I haven't watched a football game in like a year and a half, so I don't care anymore. I was like, I can't play. Like I just like can't be in a league that like. So they would always like do a buy-in where you like pay like $50 and then they divvy out the prize money depending on how well you do. And like I'm just like, guys, I can't pay money for a thing I literally have 0% chance of winning. Like it's just not. I don't, as much as I like you guys, I don't want to just give you a free $50 for nothing.
Oh boy, somebody's done the. I don't know why my Chatterino isn't telling me about my vintage things. I'm sorry, Taffy. I'm a terrible streamer today.
Play more Scarlet and get back into breeding. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do, you filthy animal.
Oh, come on, run from a sandwich. Come on. Also, hey, it's Taffy. How are we doing? And yeah, I fully understand, sir. If you got the latest, if you've been gifted the newest sim pack, of course you need to go play that. Spending points, you're good. But every time you redeem the vintage, I feel like I need to ham it up. I need to ham that up for you. Yeah, not in front of the salad. Like, come on. Like,
I'll never tell.
So what do I need? Quarter teaspoon of allspice, quarter teaspoon of cinnamon, and a pinch of nutmeg. Okay.
Very like holiday flavored.
Yeah.
Speaking of TC, do you have any fun dishes planned for the holidays on stream or off stream?
So next week we're going to do a bunch of gingerbread cookies.
Nice.
So
Taffy Devil 123 has requested you hydrate.
And that I can do. Cheers, Taffy. So yeah, so we're doing gingerbread next week, which I'll just be like making gingerbread people. I might break out my old Pokemon cookie cutters. If I feel like it, I might make a little house. Just this, that, and other.
That sounds fun.
And then, so quarter teaspoon. And thank you for the work, Taffy. It's very much appreciated.
Okay.
Then I'm going to take a bit of a week off after the Christmas day because how it works out for me is I have. So Friday I do the stream, then Saturday is Christmas Eve, Sunday is Christmas. So I usually work on Sundays, and I don't have to work on Sunday because it's Christmas. Then we have a public holiday after Christmas, Boxing Day, which I'm not sure what is behind Boxing Day. For us, I would say it's more cricket. Like, people watch the cricket on. I think I put too much nutmeg in this. I might have to redo this. But yeah, we have a day off for that, and then they give us an extra day off in lieu because Christmas was on a Sunday. So I've pretty much got a 5-day weekend. So I'm just going to take that time to,
heck yeah,
just to relax, and then the weekend after that, I'm going to go through my cupboard and just make a bunch of stuff with some leftover. When I say leftover, like I've got like fruit, nuts, stuff like nutritional yeast. And I'll just see what I got, find some recipes while on stream, and just go from there.
I've definitely been doing a lot of that. Just like the clean out the fridge, clean out the pantry kind of cooking.
Yeah. Make sure I get the pinch of nutmeg in first before I do a quarter of a teaspoon.
Do you do the like classic like Christmas ham, turkey, that kind of deal?
Ooh, yes. Yeah, so what do we do? It really depends on whose house you go to. So we sometimes do like roast pork, bit of a roast turkey. We have a more civilized version of the turducken, if you've ever heard of the turducken.
I'm familiar.
So our one isn't as barbaric as just shoving.
You do the Cthulhu duckin?
Okay, you don't have the Okay, I've got fish on my screen on your end. I'm underwater on my. I am underwater. So ours is just like a fillet of turkey that's been wrapped around chicken that's been wrapped around duck. So it's a little bit more civilized and not as like. And sometimes somebody might crack out that. Yo, Bloody
Imagine
Hunter,
being
Bloody
civilized,
Hunter
yes.
MBY, Hunter B. Yeah, Bloody Hunter. Welcome to the Shark Tank. I hope you enjoy your stay here. How you doing today? But for me and my family, it's more desserts. So, Grandma's trifle, Bailey's cheesecake, chocolate ripple cake. Like that's what we really hang out for. What about yourself?
That's tracks so much, and I just imagine you guys having like a teeny, like you have like 2 plates maybe for the dinner itself, and then just like an entire table that's like all dessert.
Funny,
How
yeah.
far off am I?
I would say you're not that far off. So on Boxing Day, we have the barbie. So we have the barbecue, and everybody brings their own sacrifice. So somebody might bring kebabs, somebody might bring sausages or burgers, and then that gets cooked onto the barbecue. Doesn't hit the table, and there'll be like salads and other things to go with the savory hot dish. And then once that's done, everything gets cleared off the table, and then you get the desserts. And
Nice.
Doing good, man. How about you? What are we making here? So, we are having a good old-fashioned cooking battle with Nish over at Curse Kitchen here, and we are making some dishes that revolve around using pomegranates. I'm not sure what my dish is actually called, per se, but for Nish...
I believe it was just like stuffed onions. Let me double check. It's like... stuffed onions with spiced lamb and pomegranate.
Ooh. I can't actually pronounce what the recipe I've given to him for Nish is, but it's pretty much Persian pomegranate walnut stew. So,
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
So, let me get my.
If I've learned anything, it's that like Middle Eastern dishes, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 every time.
I mean, I would say, go by the photo on the recipe. And not to poo-poo or naysay, but it's one of those ones where if I was younger, I'd be like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
It's a very brown color, to say the least.
I feel like that's the sign of a good stew, you know? Like, it just looks like nonsense, and then like whenever you see like a picture for it, it's got like a little bit of garnish on top to like make it not just look like a bowl of like just brown muck.
Yeah.
But it's probably good underneath all that. Same with like mole, like mole negro is just like you're making it and it just kind of looks like brown goop when it's all said and done. Be like, this is gonna be the best tasting brown goop.
Yeah. It looks like it will taste nasty, but it's actually divine.
Yeah. Or like curries, same deal.
So, there's another thing I need to do too is weigh up my lamb, because I want to say I got a little bit confused. It's more so I read the list of ingredients, so we gave each other a list of ingredients of what we're making today, so we're not throwing each other out and going, you need pomegranate molasses. And it's like, where the hell do I get that from? So, but I read the lamb as 1 pound of lamb. I was like, oh, okay, that's going to be a fair bit of lamb. We'll be able to use that. But yeah, it was 1/4 pound of lamb I needed. Which, okay. I'll still buy a pound of lamb because I could use the lamb for other stuff, but I thought I could just get away with buying a pound of lamb and just using that. Also, I had to find out how much a pound of lamb is in the old metric system.
Oh, right, yeah, like slightly under a half kilo.
Yeah, it's like, I actually guessed it when I got to the shopping center. It's like, pound is about 450 grams, and I looked at that was like 456. I was like, I'm on the money.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll just
Nailed
buy
it.
I'll just buy 500 grams. I'll use the lot. It'll be fine. But a quarter is about 125. I'm pretty sure it works out to be. So.
True. Mole, I agree with Baker, your nomination for Mole to be the mother goop, and then we are sewers. Looking to my Civ 6 My Dad culinary victory. That would be kind of cool, actually. Like a culinary victory. I guess it would just be kind of culture, right?
Grab myself a sandwich bag to save the rest. But yeah, do you do much? I know you've got the Nightmare before. Was it before or after Christmas stream?
It's technically now the Nightmare After Christmas because it's happening on the 30th. But yeah, I'm planning on doing I like to make a bunch of cookies for like my neighbors and then my local grocer. So I'm gonna do that. As far as like Christmas dishes, I think we're also planning on doing a post-Christmas like Lord of the Rings marathon in our Discord. And so I'm probably gonna make some I want to make gumbo for that. And so I think I'm gonna make like cornbread and then I might make some southern side dishes. As for Christmas itself, I don't know if I have any like big cooking ideas for Christmas. Like usually I bring like a couple of sides, and then my family handles the mains. But I haven't really decided this year. Maybe I'll do like baked mac and cheese, and then keep the rest for the Lord of the Rings marathon or something. Lemon, I was actually eyeing up the Divas Can Cook recipe because I've never done like Southern style with like Velveeta, and I was like, maybe I'll give that a go. And it'll be more of a crowd pleaser for my middle American family. Is like, it's so good, but it's a dairy bomb. Yeah, that's sort of that's part of the reason why I'm like, maybe I'll like drop it off on the family, because like if I eat it all to myself, I'm gonna explode. I'm gonna straight up explode. I don't know if I can eat an entire tray of mac and cheese to myself. How about you, TC? Can you handle an entire tray of mac and cheese?
I don't think I could handle it these days. I reckon maybe 5 years ago I could have absolutely smashed out some mac and cheese, but
I feel that.
I don't know what's going on these days. I'm just...
Oh no, your mom caught COVID, Baker? What a bummer.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully she does
too bad
all right.
about cookie season. Yeah, for real. Well, Baker, I'm sending healing vibes, and I'll cover the slack. I'll make extra cookies just for you.
Teller says, my eyes says yes, stomach, not so much.
Yeah, right? That's my biggest problem for the holidays, too, is like every year I'm like, I want to make this, and I want to make this, and I want to eat this, and then I'm just like, there's literally no way I can cram all that food in my body.
Yeah. You need a game plan, really, like, so no loading up on carbs before Christmas lunch. Make sure that you have something light for the barbecue. Little bits of this and there. For me, it's so I can load up a lot on like the meat and the salads and stuff, and be like, oh man, I'm stuffed. I'm absolutely full. I'm full as a good. I can't go any further. And then Grandma will come out and say, I got the trifle, and it's like, oh, I'm ready for more. Let's go. I've got that.
If I pace myself too, like I can like make it work. I think that's like the trick to holidays. You just gotta like pace yourself. Like, all right, every couple hours I'm gonna indulge a little bit more, and then you can like work your way through all the things you want to eat.
Dessert stomach is a thing. Yes, exactly.
True.
So I'm not hungry for any more savory stuff, but sweets, yeah, let's go for it. I was gonna say, yeah, and then like depend on the family gathering you go to. You've got the younger kids that are running around playing the games. Like, you know what, we'll go have a bit of a run around as well. But depending on how much you've had, you sort of like, you know,
yeah, you're ready for hibernation.
Yep.
That's one of the things I do like to do. I like to like rope my niece into cooking and teach her a little bit of baking and stuff. And so I'm planning on doing like some cookie making and roping her in and seeing if she'll help, and that'll be fun. And maybe chasing her around will burn it'll burn like one cookie worth of calories. and then I can justify eating a dozen.
Yes. From the stories I've heard about kids and baking, it's more the decorating they're keen for.
Yeah,
Decorating,
I'm expecting. Yeah.
Yeah, decorating, and for me, when I was younger, at least, licking the spoon from making cake mix and stuff.
Yep. She's gonna be in charge of mixing in the chocolate chips, I think, for chocolate chip cookies.
Yep. I'm gonna say, expect a couple of handfuls to disappear before they go into the mix. So, no,
Baker, I'm the same. I don't know how I've avoided COVID. I don't know how I haven't gotten sick. Asteriana, I was kind of the same. Where she's said she's never hungry when she's in a large crowd, so she doesn't eat very much at Christmas parties, but is like starving when she gets home. I was sort of the same, and part of that I think was the food they made wasn't the kind of food that I wanted to eat, and so I was just like, I'm not really into all of this stuff. DJ and defense strong. True. We're just so degenerate that it keeps the viruses at bay. True.
Yep.
Alright.
Okay. Oh, that's what I need to do too. I'll get my anchovies out and pat them dry in the meantime. And yes, Talis, when ingredients go missing when baking and cooking, it's quality control. You've got to make sure that you've got the premium ingredients for what you're making.
You got to test as you go. If that means eating half of a chocolate bar, so be it.
Yeah. So I can't remember where I heard from. It might have been from somebody else's stream or someone around. They're talking about the whole baker's dozen deal and why, why is a baker's dozen 13? Bakers can't count. The 13th one was quality control.
Yeah.
So they'd make a dozen for the customer, but then the 13th would be quality control for themselves. And,
right.
And then I think eventually they just got proficient in what they were doing. Still made the 13th one, and it's just like, just give it away. I know there's a few fast food style restaurants, the old fish and chip shops. They'll give you extra dim sims and potato cakes when you don't ask for them.
That is the best when you get those little freebies, or you get if you go to a restaurant that does curly fries and regular fries, and they give you one of the other kind in the bag. That's the best.
Those times I think that's just a bit of a mistake.
I'm happy with mistakes. Happy accidents, we'll call them.
I get zucchini fries every now and again when I go to burger shops. So I have my sweet potato fries, and then there'll be a zucchini fry in there. It's like, okay, I'm fine with this. And the extra prawn crackers with Chinese. That's always a good one too.
I was just talking earlier today about dim sum. I was watching videos about from a chef who's making a ton of dim sum, and I really want, I just want to this goes into the holiday eating thing where I'm just I just want to sit in filth with thousands of siumai and just go to town. And that sounds pretty good right now. And some pork buns, that sounds great.
Oh yeah, that sounds pretty good. I can get a few more of these sardines out. I'm gonna chop them up anyway, so it doesn't matter if I absolutely destroy them. It'll be fine. Oh.
All right. So I've got skin on, bone in chicken, and I think. Let me see. Let me double check the recipe. I don't know if I wanted to debone them or not. I was kind of
the reason I said bone in or out, your choice. It does call for bone in chicken, but it really is just I feel like it's your choice. Do you want to have the bones in there or not? But
I think I'll leave the bone in just to improve the flavor of the stock. But it does specify skinless, so I'll rip that off.
Yeah. Don't need the box for that anymore. I actually did not set a timer for the onions to boil for, so I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on them to make sure that they're all good.
Yeah, I'm sure as long as they're soft, it'll be fine. It's not like they're gonna break down. At least not without a long, long amount of time.
Skin in, bone on chicken. Well, Lemon, if Cooper's looking at you like she's mad, what have you done?
Mm-hmm.
That's the question. Like,
Yeah, that's on you.
Animals will look at you in a certain way because of a reason. I think when cats look at you like you got two heads, that's usually like a spiritual thing. Like there's ghosts haunting you or something. Maybe, well, from what I've seen from anime, anyway.
True. And anime says there's no lies in anime. Like,
exactly.
everything is accurately represented.
Yep.
True.
Yep. I swear that there is one guy out there who can bust a chainsaw out his head and arms.
True.
I don't want to meet him because he looks and sounds like an absolute nut job. But Lemon, yeah, you need to let her lick the dishwasher. Like she's doing you a service of helping you clean up.
True.
Puppies can be weird sometimes. Doggos can be weird sometimes. Like, why are you licking that? Oh boy.
If it makes the dog owners feel any better, there was a time where Biggie was just straight up licking a wall. And it's just like, dude, you're supposed to be better than this. But he was just having the time of his life.
These snozberries taste like snozberries.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Alright.
God, I haven't seen that movie in so long, but when I was like, I remember watching it so many times when I was younger. It was so funny. What a classic. What a like indie classic comedy. If you haven't seen Super Troopers, I don't know how well it's aged, but it was very funny when I watched it when I was younger.
I had my brother only show me certain parts of it. And I think it was because I was a little bit younger than when I should have actually been watching it. So it's just like, this part's funny and this part's funny, and I've never actually got around to watch the whole thing. So he showed me that part. I think that's pretty much at the start of the film, and there's a few parts in the middle, and obviously they stuck in my head because it's all I've seen.
Well, TC, I don't know if you're old enough to watch it now because there is this scene with Booba in it, so you got to be careful. You don't want to expose yourself to something scandalous. All
right, I'll make sure that that's on my do not watch list. I don't want to be tainted by the nip.
Yep. Got to be careful.
Let's see if I can. I don't remember how to. I read up on how to get the seeds out of a pomegranate, and they told you to like roll it on the table first to loosen them up, then cut it in half, and then sort of like squeeze them out. I didn't.
Yeah, I've seen a few methods. I saw one with Jamie Oliver where he just like straight up just like smacked the back of it with a spoon into a bowl. And that's like literally all he did. But I have no idea what the veracity of that method or any of the other methods is. I'm sure they all work fine. Like at the end of the day, you just mush it a bunch and the seeds come out. It's probably not.
Yeah, it's pretty much what's happening at the moment. I'm just.
Actually, Matcha has a pomegranate tree, so she might know. She might be a pomegranate seed expert.
Getting a bit of a membrane in my bowl as well. I don't think I want that. I can always fish it out. The seeds are more for garnish. Whoa. Get in there.
The nice thing about having the seeds just for garnish is that I get to eat the rest of them. It's really nice.
That's something I've never actually... Okay. Never actually had a pomegranate before, so...
They're snackable. They're definitely snackable.
It's like snackable apples. I love it. Cut in half, dunk under water for a while. You peel it with your hands. Ah. Is the water to get the excess juice out? Or... I'm just being meticulous, getting every little seed out. Don't want to waste them. There's a trick to doing it. There's a trick to doing it by pulling the center pith out. It works really well, but it needs to be full. I do have a full one, but I cut one up for the whole reveal of what we're making today. Kind of like when you peel an egg. Oh, don't get me started on peeling eggs. That dissatisfaction when you peel an egg and then it starts to peel the actual white away as well. It's like, oh no.
Right. Yeah. You know what? I tried to do that trick where you just like run the hard boiled egg like over the counter, and I just ended up crushing it. It's just like, oh, okay, whoops. Maybe I'll take the lighter touch approach.
I'm not sure if it worked for peeling, but I saw that there was a method of boiling it in with a couple of teaspoons of baking soda. And I gave that a try for when I was doing the sandwich stream last week. And was it last week? No, 2 weeks ago. And it somewhat worked. I think I got maybe one that still did what I didn't want it to do, but for the most part, it just feel like it worked. But
it seems like a lot of extra steps for a somewhat working solution.
Yes.
I find that like the like hack stuff like is so unreliable on the internet that like I'm more likely not to trust any of it. Especially if it's like, we figured out this brand new way. I'm just like instantly, I'm like, did you? I don't think a random person on TikTok has beat out like, the entire culinary world. Maybe there's a chance, probably not. So I did watch like a chocolatier do something where they use like a wire code rack to like help with like excess chocolate drip while making bonbons, and it actually worked very well. And I can't remember if they learned that. I don't think they learned it from TikTok, but it was like one of those like low contact things that they watched, and I'm like, oh, that works pretty good.
Okay. So the wire coat rack. What would they do for that?
They would just like hang it over a bowl and basically like with like a small tined fork, kind of like take the bonbon and like scrape excess off, sort of move it that way.
Okay. I think after the whole, what was the life hack one that sort of started the whole don't trust them? Was either the one where it said mix these chemicals in your bathtub to make crystals, and it's like, no, you're making gas, you're gonna kill yourself. Don't do that. But the other one was they told you to heat up. I remember this one very well. You heat up a briquette or a lump of coal. And then you stick it in a jar of peanut butter until it cools. And then once it's cooled down, you chip away the excess crust on the lump of coal and it makes a crystal.
Huh.
It's like, no. You just wasted a whole jar of peanut butter for this.
You know, I always knew that peanut butter was how diamonds were made.
There's just so much pressure in the peanut butter jar.
I mean, it's so delicious that's like it makes sense that something as amazing as diamonds comes from it.
Oh man. You can do the same with a rubber band on a paint tin for the chocolate, the bonbons, or.
Oh yeah, I've heard that too. My dad works in like paint stuff. Like he used to be a paint salesman, and he would do something similar as well, where you just like put a rubber band and like you can use that to like wipe excess paint, so it doesn't like implode along the side or the top of the can.
Right, yeah. I think I have seen that. Either rubber band or just like a piece of string.
Right.
Alright, I'm actually going to say that these onions are nice and boiled. I'm going to say they're nice and boiled.
I believe you.
Wait, my colander's over here. Give me this one.
I think I'm also ready to go. Let's get these onions in here.
So what was involved with step 2? Got everything else pretty much weighed up. Alright. Alright. So cool enough to handle. Cut a half-inch wedge from the outside of the core of each onion. Aye, okay. Right. I think I know what we're talking about there.
I know, I read those instructions and like they were slightly confusing, but I think I know what they're saying.
Yeah, so I'm pretty much like cutting a wedge out of one of them and then using that
So kind of like
carefully
you
peel 5 layers
peel it.
out of 5 layers from each onion that's served. Chop the onion, wedges, and core, and reserve separately. Well, if they're stuffed onions, I feel like what we were doing here is taking the center bits out and then.
Yeah, you're taking the center bits out, you're chopping them.
Yeah, and then we're going to put the stuff back into the thing. I hope that I didn't cut
into
these
the
out too
wrap.
much.
Yeah.
So I tried to peel them, and I usually top and tail the onions, so I hope I haven't.
Oh, that's super sweet. So since I can't leave, I asked a friend to pick up some doggo food for me. Drops by food, toys, and some random other goodies for doggo. Spoil my fun. That is a very good friend.
That
is
is
a very good friend. Guess I gotta add the walnuts in too. So get it all getting tossed in there. This is actually going to be a fairly hearty stew with all these walnuts in here.
Mmm.
It'll be quite rich.
One of the onions' outer layer is just so slippery.
Oh yeah,
I feel like I could just. Okay, so how am I going to do this? Something like that. So I'm hoping I haven't cut too much off the top and tail. It's just gonna. It's like a revolving door. I can't see. I don't know if you can see it on. Hitch? Oh, you're anything. Zoom in. Zoom in.
Zooming in.
I'm not sure you can sort of see that.
Yeah, I can see it.
Revolving door situation.
Pac-Man just doesn't want to let go of the fruit.
Nope.
Nice.
So clean. And then that one was 4. What I'll do? I'll grab a plate. Titch. Zoom out.
Zooming out.
Put that over here. That actually came out a lot neater than I expected it to, so.
Nice, good job, man. I mean, this is a cooking battle. How dare?
Yeah. Damn it! I didn't make it hard enough.
Pac-Man Utz in. When I saw Utz, I just immediately thought of the snack food, snack food distributor. So I know that was a D's nuts joke, but
it didn't land very well.
I was thinking about chips instead.
Alright. Like, where was the outer layer thing? Right over there. Alright, so now we are. My phone's over here.
You guys got problems. You're asking me to stew your nuts, to chip your nuts.
Oh.
You guys got to take better care of your nuts.
You only get one set.
Yeah, you guys have to be careful.
The onion wedges and core. Yep. Okay. So, it doesn't say how to chop them, but roughly, yeah. Try and roughly dice them.
Baker may have figured out the way I end the D's nuttery. I just over-explain all of the jokes.
Yes. I think that works for
all. Yeah.
Just all bad jokes. It's like, yeah, what? Oh, I get it, because I said D's after you told me to say D's, and then nuts followed afterwards. You're talking about genitalia. I get it now. Oh, you're a funny fellow.
That's a good joke. Yeah. Beam, that's my secret. Everything is one of my kinks. You don't discover any every time you see something in the world, that's my fetish.
Now, oh, wait a minute. I think...
Everything.
Gotta make sure that... Kink Lord. Bet you anything. Yep. Because I didn't... because I had to restart my computer. My music isn't looping. Damn it.
Oh, no. Calling the FBI, you have to be stopped. Bring it, FBI. You're one of my kinks too. Well, I think I get a little bit of downtime here. I might actually, with the time, make myself a quick cocktail.
Ooh. What's on the menu tonight?
I think I was talking about it in Discord, but I think I might just do like a not quite old-fashioned, where I've got like some chocolate bitters, and I've got like a holiday spice cocktail, like cinnamon cocktail spice, and I might like kind of use those to make a sort of like bourbon old-fashioned.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I want to give it a go and see how it turns out. So do that like some simple syrup maybe. I think first I want to get the chicken going.
I always get a little... Whenever I decide to make cocktails, a little bit... When I say worried, it's... I see the recipe calls for simple syrup, it's like, ugh. Gotta make syrup now.
See, I'm just lazy. I just have like a bottle on hand of pre-made simple syrup. Like this.
Oh, nice. I think
of course, you being a baker, you're immediately like, I get to make, I have to, or I get to make this from scratch.
I think it's more so, I don't, unless I've never really looked that far into the liquor store shelves, I'm not sure if you can actually buy pre-made stuff here.
Oh, you definitely can. There's no way you can't find simple syrup.
You probably can. I'm not looking at it properly, but for most time it's like, I've got these straights or these spirits in my cabinet. What can I make out of it? I need simple syrup. I've already had some to drink. I'm not driving, so just make it.
Yep.
But usually, like the pro tips is just like make a big batch, and then you'll have some for another time. It's like, see, that puts the simple in the syrup. But I'm also lazy.
Yeah, that's where it comes down for me. Like I'm lazy. I want like a sealed bottle. I don't know with it. I had the same thing of simple syrup for like years. Beam, thank you for the $20 donation. Thank you for donating $20 to Doctors Without Borders. Thank you for spending your money on a good cause.
That's right.
Time. All right, Beam. Most important decision of the day. Most important decision of the day. Where on 2B do you want your Hall of Fame sticker? You almost worked for them, figured they could use some money for missing out on that. True. You gotta make up for it.
Please load up that one. What I should do as well is go to your book.
All over her face. All right. That's a good spot. That's a good spot. The thighs have been claimed. The booba have been claimed.
Sounds like all the fun parts have been claimed. Gotta get in there quick, guys.
Yeah. There's one thigh left.
I've just thrown the link to Nish's Tiltify for his charity giveaway as well. So,
thank you, TC. I appreciate that.
No problem. Excuse me, what? All over her face? Yeah, all over her face. So, I'm tipping that was an incentive for donating a certain amount, correct?
Yeah. So $10 $10 will get you. $5 is like I'll do 2 Bean Boozled or 2 Super Sour Candies. $10 will get you on the Hall of Fame, and then if you do any donation above $10, I'll also put you on the Hall of Fame. And then at $25, you get to add an ingredient to the first cocktail we're making, and so far we have cilantro and Grand Marnier in that. And then at $50, I'll do Neko Mimi mode, so I'll put on cat ears, cat tail, and cat paws, and do lots of nyas during the stream. At $100, I go bear mode and wear this for the entirety of the stream. So we got a nice $100 dono, and there are the total goals. If you don't have enough to hit any of those, or if you're just curious and want to push to those final big charity goals, we've got another set of them at $100, which we already hit, $250, which we already hit, and we've got a $400 and $500 one, which we're getting real close to, and there may even be some more secret locked goals if we get higher than that.
Ooh. The old 110% completion goals, eh?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yes.
I think people are really gonna like the next stretch goal if we reach it. So
Yeah,
I don't want to give any spoilers. But
something else that Talus pointed out too was I think I missed it. Pomegranate cocktails you could do. You make some cocktails.
oh, that's a great idea, actually. Let's do that. Sway's Black Hole. Thank you for the $25 donation to Doctors Without Borders. Thank you. You get to add an ingredient to the current cocktail.
I'm
happy to add it.
Thank you for the bits and the sexy sax.
Aha! Add red pepper flakes. Okay. Grand Marnier, cilantro, and red pepper flakes.
Ooh.
This could be not terrible.
I'm hearing a bit of copium in your voice there.
This could be not terrible.
Also, yeah, welcome in, Awaken, and Jason as well. Welcome in, Jason. How are we doing today? So, what are we doing? So, add this until golden. Yep. 4 or 5 minutes. Add the lamb, anchovy, salt, pepper, and cook, breaking up the meat with a wooden spoon. So, the lamb is no longer pink, which is 5 to 6 minutes. Add the rice and cook, stirring until translucent. It said the recipe called for uncooked rice. Just want to double check that. Raw jasmine rice. Yeah. Okay.
I gotta add in my chicken and my pumpkin puree.
Bloody Mary Sloppy Joe.
It kind of does. Oh god, no. Oh god. Please don't add ground beef to my cocktail, please.
Nah, don't add ground beef. Don't add ground beef.
Keep it, yeah. Try to keep it like cocktail-ish.
Beef stock, on the other hand.
We just keep adding ingredients, and then eventually we end up with like a stew with Grand Marnier tossed in. Yeah, I like your idea of a pomegranate cocktail. I should do that. I think I'm gonna do that instead.
And Jason just got out of bed. Lucky.
Nice. Good
I mean,
morning,
look,
Jason.
because we started a little bit later today, I usually start, I think it's about 3 hours earlier than we started today. I could have got out of bed a lot later than I did, but I'm also... I want to say I'm weird. I want to say I'm weird for saying this, but although it's my day off, I get out of bed early still so I can do stuff with the day, whether it's like chores in the morning or just watch some stuff on YouTube or Twitch. But I hate sleep. As much as I need to sleep in, I hate sleeping in. I really do hate sleeping in too much.
Same. I struggle, and like I've like, even when I sleep in, I get up at like 8:39, and then I just like I'll like sit in bed maybe and like scroll on my phone. But like I can't sleep in past like 10 a.m. anymore. It's really hard for me. And I start thinking about like, oh, I could be doing this, I could be doing that, and I force myself out of bed.
Oh my god, chop these anchovies.
Get out of here! Get out of here! I could use a spoon, but I want the dog food slurp. I want a slurp. Give me a good slurp.
Now, for people people listening for Nish and adding the ingredients to this dish. Talos has put in a good suggestion for you guys: pickle juice.
Pickle juice. Oh God. Cruel.
I've actually really come around on pickles in the last couple of years, actually. Like I used to...
So you like found pickles that you enjoy? Also,
Yeah.
shut the fuck
Because for the longest time, I used to absolutely despise pickles. Pickles were the pits. And I think it was because I would get I'd get pickles from Burger King or Hungry Jack's, it's called over here. And they were absolutely horrid. Like, they were that bad that even though you picked them off and you threw them at the window, you could still taste the pickle in the burger afterwards. And it was just an absolutely horrid taste. And then I think I went to like a small Burger Town shop. That's what we'll call them, Burger Town. And they had pickles on their burgers. Like, you know what? I'll give them a try or whatever. And I really liked it. It's like, oh, okay, is this what pickles are actually supposed to taste like? And then, yeah, I had some pickles for the sandwich stream. And I had a bunch of pickles left in the jar, and I just found myself eating the pickles straight out of the jar. I was like, is this what it feels like to be a pregnant woman?
I think that's the thing. Like, pickles can be really good or they can be really bad, and like a lot of the time you get like the low quality one. Pasteurization is like a big thing that can like make pickles way worse because it ruins the texture of all that. But getting unpasteurized pickles, you have to store them in the fridge. Same with like sauerkraut. But like you can get so many like good pickles.
Half a teaspoon? Tablespoon.
Beam, I'm making fesenjan, which is like a Persian stew. Right now it looks like kind of like oatmeal that I threw chicken into. Yeah, Beam, if you give $5 more, you can make me drink pickle juice or any other cocktail.
Stove camera on.
Activating stove camera.
Right, I need to. I don't do anything bad with this. I'm gonna turn the.
That sounds like my rice cooker. And for a second, I was like, "Am I making rice?" Yo, Betty's though, you gotta have the rice cooker that plays you a song. Like, is it? Do you have rice if it doesn't play you a song? I don't think so. It's gotta play a song. Or you could just make rice like on the stove or whatever.
Yeah, that's how I've been. That's how I've been making my rice at the moment. With that's because I really do want to get a fancy rice cooker that plays you the song. But I've just been lazy on getting one. Like, I had an old rice cooker that my sister-in-law got me for Christmas. It was just one of those basic ones where you've just got the bowl, you put the rice in. It's got like a tab, and once it's done, it flicks the tab up. Very it worked really well for some of the rice in there. It worked well, like if you forgot to cook rice, you can just throw it in there, start cooking it, and it was just, this is really good. But yeah, I really want to get one of those fancy ones because I want to be able to make those Japanese-style cheesecakes in them.
Yeah, it's really handy. Like if you plan on using it for a lot of other stuff. If you're just making rice, like it's like perfectly fine to just do stovetop or like not drop like $200+ on a rice cooker. But you do get some nice benefits out of having it. But like anything, there's always a workaround. Even with the Japanese cheesecakes, like you can find workarounds to make things still work. You just gotta get creative.
So usually they call for what's it called? You put in a hot water bath in the oven to
right.
For them. Rice is in.
It's funny, like growing up, I don't know about you, TC, but growing up, I always heard like so many horror stories about souffles and like how they were like super sensitive and they're really hard to work with. And then I made a souffle for myself, and like I was just like surprised that like one, it wasn't nearly as difficult as I thought it was gonna be, and two, like it turned out as well as I could have hoped. And like I was like so scared of them for the longest time. I was like, these aren't that hard. I wonder why everybody's. I think it's just like because they deflate, but they like naturally deflate, right?
Yeah.
They always like anything that's got like, you know, like most like egg things will like inflate a little bit, like frittatas or whatever, which I made recently. Like they'll deflate once they cool down a bit. Souffles are no different.
Yeah, I
Like
remember
cartoons, I was always like.
Yep, I was gonna say that's exactly where I remember them from. Like, someone makes a loud sound near a souffle and it just goes and falls down. It's like, oh, souffles, you gotta be extra quiet around souffles.
You're right. The quietness. Yeah. I wonder what. Like, I'm trying to think. Like, I'm sure I learned other stupid food myths. I think spinach. We were talking about spinach not too long ago.
Yeah.
And we were like. Always remembering like canned spinach, which looks super gross. I wonder if there are like other food myths out there that I like picked up as a kid and have like realized were like not true. There's so many like weird little funny cartoon myths.
Alright, so now we add in the spices and 1 cup of broth.
Beam, that's probably so true. The whole if you make too much noise it'll collapse is probably just a big kid shut up. I wouldn't believe that in ours.
Yep, that sounds. Oh, I'm trying to think of something that's similar to that. Oh, I feel like there's something similar to that I've heard of or seen somewhere in the past where it's just like, oh, okay, that was to just get people to shut the hell up. But that, yeah, 100% Beam.
I'm gonna try that pomegranate trick. See how that works out, and then make a cocktail out of it.
So now turn that down. Alrighty. Stir until evaporated. Yep. Transfer the lamb mixture into a rimmed baking machine. Yep. Cool. Refrigerate. Yep. Cool. Why are you calling the police on me? Why are there no job openings nearby? That's the problem. Yeah, job offerings. They're usually further away from where you are. But you're also gonna not. I don't want to say not be so picky on where you go to, but sometimes you might need to. I don't know. If you
Sometimes
need work,
you gotta. Yeah. Sorry, TC. Go ahead.
No, it's all right. Yeah, if you really need the work, sometimes you just might need to settle for a little bit to get by, and then find something in the meantime.
You gotta find something so you can leapfrog to something you want.
Exactly.
And like, luckily, remote is a bigger option now, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. You sometimes can't find it for a certain line of wood.
Okay. There's some openings for stuff like seasonal harvest works, but I want something more permanent. I hate that a lot. Like if you're looking for work or something to jump over to, and you're like, oh, this might look like a really nice place to work at. It's seasonal. They only want you for Christmas. Damn. Oh well. I mean, look, if you're really interested in work, if you're happy you're getting up early hours in the morning, we do need bakers. Not a lot of people want to be bakers these days, so there are job qualification. Oh, there are job openings for nurses and teachers, but I'm not qualified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a problem. And Aspro, yes, it's a stream. It's a cooking stream. How are we doing, Aspro? Yes. I did have a. I mean, I'll admit, like, I have somewhat been looking for jobs in the last couple of weeks just because work has been dumb. I might explain a little bit at the end of the year, but yeah, it's hard to try and look for something. It's like, oh, what would be a good place to sort of jump into without having to go through qualification or having qualifications. Mm-hmm. And it really is hard. Like I've always thought, like, I wouldn't mind going to teaching. Like teaching would be fine, but you need to do a teaching course and have a working with kids certificate and all that kind of stuff as well. So
I feel like every time you do job hunting, you go through and like it's almost like an existential evaluation of your life choices, where you're just like, these are all of the things that I could have been. I could have been all of these different things.
Yeah.
I'm settled into what I'm doing right now. Like, I feel you. Like there are jobs out there, but this time of year, like at least in the United States, because like tax season is coming up, like it can be pretty tough to find like a decent job. So you just like finding a good job is always like a persistence thing anyway.
Yeah.
Just kind of keep your eyes out there, and like even when you're satisfied with your position, it's a good idea to kind of keep looking every once in a while.
Yeah. So I think so. My problem at the moment is like I'm happy with what I'm doing. It's just I hate how
you want to do it at a new place.
Well, it's more. It's not so much that. It's the people that I'm working with and working for that are really bringing it down. So, but in a sense, yeah, doing it in a different place would be really nice. Going to a small town bakery would be really fun to do because you've got more creative freedom to do stuff.
Right.
More lines of stuff to do. You feel a bit more accomplished when you do your work. But the problem is small businesses don't want to vilify them, but sometimes they don't pay the bakers the right wage.
True.
So they'll cut a little bit of corners to make sure that they're okay.
Yep.
And the bakers sort of suffer because of it. So that's why you'll see a lot of bakers shift from store to store. But I'm not trying to poo-poo and naysay, like, don't support local business. Support small local businesses. Like,
I mean, businesses, whether they're small or large, are, they're businesses, and sometimes that leads to less than ideal behavior.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time, those bigger businesses became bigger businesses because, well,
that was savvy small businesses.
Yeah. And they were kind of persistent in the way they did that sort of stuff in the short term, too. So there are plenty of other small businesses trying to become big businesses, and they'll take advantage of their workers, too.
Yeah. It's sad, but sometimes, yeah, as we said, you sort of need to... If you want to grow and be bigger, then that's the route. You need to become the villain to become the bigger picture. And Meme Dealer, how are you doing? Welcome in. We are making some dishes revolving around pomegranates. So I'm making stuffed onions with pomegranate, and Nish is making. You pronounced it perfectly before. I feel
Fessenjan.
Fessenjan. There we go. Which is a Persian walnut pomegranate stew.
Disclaimer: I don't know if I pronounced it perfectly, but that's my guess.
You were so confident in pronouncing it. I'm going with it. Like,
that's my trick. I'm just always confident, even as I'm wrong.
Just open by and sounds good. I feel like it is going to be good. Be good. I'm not really a big onion fan, but for the sake of sakeness, I'm down to clown. I'm down to give it a try.
That's crazy to me. The idea of not being an onion fan is crazy to me.
I think it's the same deal with pickles. Like, I've just had one bad onion in the past, and it's like, oh, onions are bad.
I guess it's just like the base for so many dishes. But
so I would say white onions are okay. I'm fine with them. A lot of times they use raw Spanish onion in burgers, and it's just way too strong.
Yeah, I can get that.
You like my
nice
apron,
job on the booty workout car.
Titch? Oh, you already activated. Zoom in.
Zooming in.
You like my apron? Mama TC made it for me. She's also made a whole bunch of aprons for the end of year. Because I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but we're going to have a super special stream over New Year's. And I'm not going to say there's possibly, there is. There's going to be a giveaway at the end of the stream. Well, not at the end of the stream, during the stream. So, you might be able to snag something like this yourself. Titch? Zoom out.
Zooming out.
Yeah, in my opinion, there is no such thing as enough onions. Like I said, it depends on the type of onions and how you make them. Because strong Spanish onions is just like, whoa. I don't want my mouth to burn or to be crying when I'm eating the burger, unless it's like the last burger I'm ever gonna have, or maybe I don't know,
the best burger you've ever eaten.
It's the best burger I've ever eaten, or ScarJo finally replies to my text messages. just stuff like that. Just like onions, not gonna lie. Well, we're talking before about
it's like because like raw onion can be really like potent, and so like soaking it in some water can help a lot, and the way you cut it helps a lot because it breaks fewer like cellular walls. You know, you're like, it's interesting how like the character of them changes because like red onions are like super pungent, and then when you cook them, they're like super sweet and mild. And like preparation and like how it's prepared is like such an important thing.
I'm gonna throw this in the freezer actually. It's a little bit of exposition of what I'm doing. I've made the stuffing for my my onions, and I just need to cool them down. Yo, Ma! Thanks for giving me your prime. Probably just ticked over as well, Ma. So thank you. Thank you for supporting your son. Sounds horrible, doesn't it, the way I said that? Mama TC is one of those mamas that's like, you made my birthday cake. How much do you want me to give you for it? It's like, it's a birthday present. I'm not taking that. How much do you want? Nothing.
Mama TC, the next time he makes you a birthday cake, you can donate $50 to my PayPal.
What else am I going to do with it? I mean, you could use it on other streamers as well, not just me. I know Mama TC likes a good Fortnite streamer. I'm sure she's sitting there going, what's Fortnite? What are you talking about 2 weeks for? What? Why do people stream for 2 weeks?
Yeah, those kinds are good, Baker. I really like those kind. Green onions in general are great because you get like a good mix, because the green is like pretty mild, but the white has like a lot more flavor in it.
That's not one thing that spins me out as well. Like, you call them green onions, we call them spring onions.
Well, we kind of call them like a million different names because like they're green onions, they're spring onions, they're scallions. Yeah, scallions is another one too. It depends on how bougie you want to be, really. Do you want to be super fancy today, or do you want to just be, they're just onions? Yeah. Long, spiddly, funny onions, whatever. Yeah, the long onion. We should just call them the long onion.
Long.
And then another name was invented.
Well, I think it was like, oh, these are just long onions, but it's like, oh, but wait a minute, they grow in the springtime, so maybe we should call them spring onions instead. And then someone from out of town is probably just like, call them something in their language. It's like, oh, I see you cook with scallions today. It's like, what? It's like cilantro, like what we're using today. Come down here and it's just like, oh, you got some cilantro in your dish today? It's like, I'm sorry, what? It's coriander.
Yeah. Coriander always throws me off too, because coriander is always labeled as like when it's dried it's coriander, but when it's like fresh it's cilantro, and they always like there's inconsistency there, and like I always thought coriander was like some other like magical thing, and then I learned that they were the exact same thing except one was dry, and I was like, why though? Why?
So what was sounds
same
like
with same with like peppers.
Yeah, capsicum, peppers. Okay, so parsley, cilantro, and one of the tablespoon of the pomegranate. Yep. And then we stuff it. Oh no! And then we gotta stuff the onions, and then we put them in the oven to bake. So I'm gonna get another tray ready. I'm actually, like I said, I think I said before, I'm just getting a little bit worried that when I try to stuff these onions, they don't really stuff well.
Worst case scenario, you just end up with a bunch of onions.
Yeah.
Isn't coriander the European name for cilantro? Yeah, it is, Mayor. Also, welcome in. Yeah, and that's what we were talking about. Like, it was confusing because, like, dried coriander is called coriander, but then we still have cilantro. You're gonna be doing me dirty like this.
Yeah. So it's the same with the Spanish onions as well. Like depending on where you go. So I'd say like produce grocers, they'll call them like Spanish onions, or they'll have all the different genus names for them. But then you go to your supermarket, Woolies and Coles, and it's just red onion. Like
Right.
none of that fancy mock. It's red. It's an onion. Red onion. So yeah, been dealing. So I was just eating onions for about a month. Yeah, eating onions for about a month so I could taste. Oh, I could see that. I could see people just going, you know what? I've got COVID. I can't taste or smell. I'm just going to eat onions. See what's that all about. But literally,
maybe that's how
onions.
they like developed the like raw onion habit. You know,
Yeah.
they got COVID and just went to town.
I can't remember who it was, but I remember hearing somebody out there that they had a sandwich that was just it was 2 pieces of bread, butter, and diced onions on it, and that was their like what was it called? Their shame sandwich or something like that. It was just like it was cheap. I found it tasted good, and it got me through the day, sort of thing. It's like ugh, raw onions on a sandwich on 2 pieces of bread. Oof.
That is a peak struggle meal.
Oh, so onion was the only thing you could taste. Oh, okay. But
So-
just
TC and Chad, what I think we were talking about this a little bit before, but like struggle meals. TC, do you have a favorite struggle meal? Do you have like a struggle meal you remember?
struggle meals. Ooh, I don't think about that now. I feel like mine would be. I don't want to come off as that pompous person. It's like I've never really had a struggle meal, but
All right, what's your like
laziest
like-
meal I can make is what I haven't dubbed it. Mum dubbed it. It's the one pan dinner. So I actually made one for last night because it's really good. So what you do is you grab leftover meat. So you've got like a roast pork that you made one day, or say you buy a roast chook or something. You cut it up, you fry it up in a pan, then you put a couple of cups of stock into the pan, some diced carrots, some frozen veggies, and then just a couple of handfuls of pasta. And then just cook that down until the water evaporates a little bit and the pasta's nice and tender. Serve it up, bam.
That's somewhat similar to American goulash, but also it's similar to a meal that like one of my grandmas made, where they called it was like it's like basically the same, and then they just had an even more unceremonious name for it, and just called it slop. There's like this slop. It's like, all right, we got a bunch of stuff in the fridge. We got to clear out. We got some ground meat. We're gonna use that. We're gonna make slop tonight. So fucking such an unappetizing name, but it always tasted good. It's kind of like that like hamburger helper kind of name, you know? And, like it's like ground beef and like a little bit of noodle and sauce and stuff, and whatever you got on hand. I'm wondering for the cocktail if I should like cook down this, because I feel like the pomegranate juice is so thin by me getting rid of the seeds and water that I wonder if I should like cook it down, like reduce it, you know?
Sort of turn it into a bit of a syrup in a sense.
Yeah, exactly. Feels like maybe I should do that to get that like max flavor. Like add a little bit of sugar maybe, and yeah, turn it into a syrup.
Mixing the remaining broth, pomegranate molasses, and tomato paste. Yeah, cool. So yeah, we're done that refrigerate, and then when that's done, we put into a bowl, add the parsley, cilantro, and a tablespoon of the molasses. I'm going to stuff the onions. Oh, okay. I know I've just set my oven to like 120, but now I've got to do some... I'm being lazy. You can't be... Oh, hang on. My phone might have conversions. Nope. Yes, it does. Oh.
Nice.
Technology for the win. It is 120.
Nailed it.
I know that, what is it? 350 is about 180 degrees Celsius. So I feel like by now doing all these recipes from like America and other places that use the Imperial system, I should have like a rough gauge. I know there's a formula you can use to work out, and it's something minus something times 32 or some crap like that.
Sounds like you've got a very accurate gauge.
But for the most part, it's just like everything's usually 160 to 180, the occasional 200. So you just got to sort of go from there and then guesstimate. I can't hear the bonk, meme. That's the problem. I can't hear the bonk, so I'm immune to it today. The worst part of having the ick, the shivering in the super heat, was better than no taste and smell. Ah, yeah, having the ick, having the old COVID during summer, it would be the worst. Absolutely the worst.
Yeah, that sounds like a rough time.
How are you? Ooh, that's nice and cool. All right, so now I'm going to transfer my stuff into a bowl. I'm going to mix some stuff. I'm going to be careful about this and not drop all my things. My drop counter doesn't transfer to Nish's drop counter. If it did, then I'd be dropping stuff on purpose all the time, but that would be mean.
It set a dangerous precedent.
Be absolutely mean. Make it purposely pushing his thing up so he has to gift subs. Oh. So how many times have you had to gift a sub at the moment? Well, I was going to say in the last 6 months because of your drops.
That is a great question. I've gotten better over time, and it's gotten less frequent, but I think total, since I started streaming, maybe like 5 or 6, around there. Something like that. I'm actually surprised that it hasn't been more. I thought it was going to be way worse. But I've slowly gotten better at it and make less mess. Thank you for the posture check and hydration, Asteriana. Let me finish working the goo. I gotta work the goo out of here.
The goo. Where's my spoon? Mix these in. Oh, and we'll put the pomegranate molasses in there as well.
I think I've got just about or just under a cup of pomegranate molasses in here, which hopefully does the job good enough.
Yeah, because when you gave me your recipe, it's like, oh, I only use a tablespoon. I double checked mine, and it's like, use a cup or cup and a half. It's like,
yeah. I was a little surprised by that too. Yeah.
So, let's get the remaining broth, pomegranate molasses. Oh, okay, good. I was gonna say we're gonna put the stock into this. It's gonna be so watery and wet. It's not gonna stuff properly. No, it's in another bowl. We're gonna put the molasses and the stock.
We're making fesenjan today, Mayor. We actually both didn't know what we were gonna make. We gave each other a list of ingredients, and then right as stream started, gave each other the recipe. And so we're trying to see who does a better job on the recipe swap.
Yes. Alright, so there's another bowl. In another bowl. I'll do it in a big bowl.
Alright, I think that's about as much as I'm gonna get. Meme dealer, thank you for the follow. Thank you for sharing part of your life with me, and welcome the heck in.
What was the remaining stock? Or broth stock? Still the same.
Yeah,
Possibly, yeah. Broth.
I know there are definitional differences between the two.
Yeah.
Or
Oh, hang on. Titch. Stove camera off.
Deactivating stove camera.
I was gonna mess on my stove in a moment.
I believe. I can't remember. I feel like one of them is only done with carcass parts.
Yeah.
And then the other is done with vegetables as well, but I can't remember which is with.
Yeah, so I think broth uses bones and offal and all that kind of stuff, but then stock will use just the bones. Just the bones, or something else. Because I remember we made chicken stock at school once, and I was being that little, we'll just say turd. I was being that turd that was trying to gross out the girls in the class. Because we had to use chicken necks, and I was explaining how they died. So this one was decapitation, and I got one, and the neck was like nearly a 90-degree angle. It was like, yeah, this one's a broken neck. And yeah, I mean, I was young.
That's some classic kid behavior.
Yep.
Gotta gross out the goils.
Yep. I was like
also,
15.
meme dealers over here being a double agent.
Oh no. Well, joke's on you, meme dealer. I can see you in his chat.
You got caught. You got caught, meme dealer.
Yeah.
I
was actually very, very happy about that because I've got a little program called Chatterino on my computer, and I can put your chat and my chat in the same, like in somewhat the same box, so I can see both chats at the same time.
Oh, that is handy.
It's also got like hot links too, so I can click a button and throw a shout out real quick without having to type out shout out whoever. This is wow. I did not clean that pomegranate juice off the can. That's good enough.
Don't worry, I got a bunch of pomegranate juice on my crotch, so you're among good company.
All right, I'll grab that clean up. Drop the spoon with some. But Aspero, what did you watch that had extremely bad CGI? I need to know what has caused such pain to your optic nerves. It wasn't the new Pinocchio film, was it? Not the
Oh, I thought that one was really good. I'd be surprised if
not the what's it? Geralt del Toro or whatever. Not that one. No.
Yeah, Guillermo. No, that one has like really high quality animation.
Yeah, I've heard that
very good.
I've heard the Disney, because they did a Disney one with Tom Hanks in it. And apparently that was horrid.
It just looks like blood, Taj. We just got a little like crotch blood.
Yeah.
It's little speckles,
Tablespoon of.
Yeah, check out Lemon's new pastry. It was really cool. Really cool.
The one that she made today, or?
Yeah, she made over the last couple of days.
Yeah, I somewhat saw the end result today. It was really
high
really
effort
good.
posting.
Also tablespoons of this one here. Could be the Flash series. Oh, Jason's shooting shots out here. I just wanted to see what he was cooking. Ah, it's alright.
Rude. Don't ever come to my stream that I broadcast live. How rude.
You'd be one of the first people to come by to see what he's actually cooking, and not just his cat. So. You dropped your can of SpaghettiOs? No.
Is that what had the bad CGI? The dropped SpaghettiOs?
There's a message. There's a message in my SpaghettiOs. It says, ooh. You want to play some Ratchet and Clank? Which one? Is the question. Because apparently PS5s have become available in my local area. Along with Hot Single Mums. So I'm not really sure if I should be trusting those emails. But
now the question is, do the Hot Single Moms have the PS5?
Ooh. That'd be good synergy, but I feel like you have to supply your own PS5.
That's too bad.
But I know that the newest Ratchet and Clank you can only play on PS5, and it's like, ooh, do I trade in my PS4 to get a PS5 to just play that? When I haven't even played the first Ratchet and Clank.
I'm sort of the same. I'm still like staying on the PS4 just because like there isn't enough to make me want to fork over the cash, and like I play like one PlayStation 4 game a year.
Yeah.
So, where cat? Their cat.
Okay, so I'll put that aside for now.
Usually I have a cat cam, but you can blame TC for taking up the cat cam spot. So
Damn. Yeah,
guide all of your ire in his direction.
Yep. But put that aside when the voting is in session, because we want a nice, fair, even vote. All right, I don't want to have any bias because I've taken away the cat cam today. We're here for the food.
Yeah, you know what you should do? You should give him, just show how angry you are. You should drop a sub. You should gift like a couple of subs to show how angry you are about him taking away the cat cam.
But you're not as cute as Biggie. Look, I'm fully aware of that. I'm fully aware of that. I'm surprised he put me in such prime real estate. So we're still going to Iranian broth, pomegranate, and molasses with tomato paste. Yep. Wrap one onion layer around 2 tables. Place that down. A quarter shallow baking dish. Yeah. Repeat with. Oh, okay. I think I know what we're supposed to be doing here. So I take the onion layers out and then I stuff each layer. I'm pretty sure that's what it's saying.
Yeah.
Right. I thought we were just going to put a whole bunch in the center. Okay, this makes a bit more sense now.
Alright, we're getting so gooped up over here.
Ooh. It's actually looking pretty good. I'll admit. Like, the photo doesn't really do it justice. Like, for a brown soup color, that's a good color, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of got like a light, like almost caramely color to it.
Just have TC put on cat ears. I probably should invest in cat ears, because I know that people just go gangbusters over it.
True. I'd go gangbusters over TC cat ears.
Alright, so now I've got to carefully pull out each layer of this onion. And maybe try put them in chronological order. How's the battle? It's going pretty good, actually.
Here comes the
Boy! Hello, boy! Welcome! Here he comes! There he is!
Yeah, now it looks
Here
like
comes the boy!
Mole, to be honest.
This would have been so much easier to work with if I pulled it apart earlier, but... Minjila's back. Hello! And how are we doing today, Ember? Alright, so now we're gonna...
Gruel of all kinds, anyway. I'm kind of with you. I'm kind of with you. Mole, other kinds of gruels, other brown stews. Good stuff. Good stuff. Gumbo is up there as like one of my favorite meals, and it's basically just sausage and chicken and seafood thrown into a pot. Yeah, brown food good. True. TC, what's your favorite brown food?
I feel like just like beef patties in general would be one of my favorites.
Nice. Yeah, mole is officially a gruel now.
Nice. Gumbo would be good. This is a lot harder than I expected.
I feel like the hardest part of that recipe is just getting the onions to behave.
Yes. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, TC got those baker arms.
Now I'm gonna put my apron back on.
Yo, I watched a video of this woman who like made pasta professionally, and her fucking forearms were thick. Oh wait, no, it was cheese. This one was cheese. Her forearms were fucking thick.
Oh yeah. Is Christopher American or is he from Australia? No, he is from America. But he's pretty much on the other side of the world for me.
Yeah, that's why I'm an idiot. What's up? Let's go, America.
America represent.
Represent.
I'm not sure how I want to finish this up. Like, I know I'm supposed to have a bit in the center, but so unruly, these onions.
I knew picking a weird onion dish was going to be a winner. Actually, if I'd known you didn't like onions, I would have picked something else.
Oh, look, it's definitely not like I think much like you, I'm not really that picky when it comes to it. But if I had the choice at home, it's like, you know what,
I feel you.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel like with one of these dishes, if I'm being honest with myself, I would like probably make the filling and replace it with stuffed bell peppers or something, because it would be way easier. But like the filling sounds really good. And like maybe just like saute the onions and put them in with the filling.
How are we gonna get this to? Maybe, like, I've sort of just bastardized the end part, and maybe for the next one, instead of using the little wedge to finish it off, I might just try and wrap it back in itself. Maybe.
I believe in you, whatever route you take. I mean, you're gonna fail. Get wrecked.
Meme wants to know what your favorite meat is.
Favorite meat? Chicken. Chicken, hands down.
Chicken is a very solid choice.
Partially because I'm a himbo and I like the high protein in it, but I just like I like chicken. I like a lot of chicken dishes. I like chicken. Like my top dishes are like chicken gumbo, chicken and sausage gumbo, oyakodon, which is chicken and egg with rice. I love chicken. Love fried chicken.
Chicken is really good. I think it's just very universal.
Yeah, it's a good like base that you can use with a lot of stuff. I find like ground beef or just beef in general is a lot more limited.
Yes.
Hearing the French woman call me a nerd, 10 out of 10. I want a French woman to call me a nerd. Taj, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Thank you for 15 months. I hope you can make it to the D&D one shot this weekend. I really hope you can make it. It's always a ton of fun. And that goes for anybody else who hasn't been able to make it to the previous ones or wants to try it out. We had a complete newbie last time, and it was really, really fun. So, more details in the Discord. More details in the Discord.
Alright.
Do.
This is like him. Let's really give that a good squeeze. Trying to make it so it's presentable when it's finished too.
I'm gonna try and cook down my pom pom. Forgot to do my character leveling. If we have to do it the day of for anybody, totally fine. So, there's still a few days because it's not until Sunday, but if we gotta do it the day of, I'm more than happy to accommodate.
Chicken, yeah,
Just
chicken.
try to-
I think we got a lot
Good
more.
job.
We got a lot more chicken fans in chat as well. So
Chicken rise up.
but Meme Dealer is definitely he's a bit of a meat, deer meat as well. Bit of a likes to hunt. I think.
Oh, I can do it on Saturday probably. It's currently scheduled for Sunday because I'm gonna be streaming today and tomorrow, and I need to. Oh, I see what you're saying. You can do the character stuff on Saturday. I got you. Live Q. Today we're making Fessenjan. So as the links say, we're doing a recipe challenge where I came up with a recipe and gave a list of ingredients to TC, and he did the same for me. And we just found out what the recipes were right at the start of the stream. So I'm making Persian stew, which is Persian stew called Fessenjan with pomegranate being the secret ingredient between the two.
Ingredient.
Ingredients. Secret ingredient or what?
Pomegranate.
Pomegranate? Yeah. We've got a secret pomegranate on our secret ingredients wheel. What? And now I'm making a little secret cocktail with my pomegranate juice. I don't think I can get much higher than that.
Oh man. This is the kind of stuff you sub for on Curse Kitchen, alright?
Mm-hmm.
Follow for the cat, sub for the uwu. Now,
So you're not streaming on Sunday? No, I'm gonna be streaming today and tomorrow instead. That was what worked out for collab stuff. So I won't be streaming on Sunday. Instead, on Sunday we're doing
we'll see how
the
this
one
goes.
shot.
I think I did the stepping wrong for the but hope for the best. But now, pretty much what we're doing is that molasses and broth stock mixture that we've got. We pour that over the top, and then it says to pour over the top, then wrap with foil. But I'm actually going to wrap it with foil, or wrap the foil under it, pour the liquid in, just to make sure that the liquid gets in there. Hopefully it all shows together.
More collabs. Should be a fun month. How's it going on your end, TC? Collabs are a ton of fun.
So it was October. October I did a real crazy month.
Same. Live Q, thank you for the $10 donation. Thank you so much. And now you get to pick. Behind this is a 2B. Behind this is a 2B. Behind it is a 2B. Where on the 2B do you want to be? Right? I'm really... thank you again for donating to Doctors Without Borders. Where do you want your Hall of Famer on 2B? Anywhere? All right. Let's see. Where can I put you? Where can I put you?
This is where you you need a Nerf dart gun for a just put me anywhere so you can sort of just line up and go and wherever it lands that's where they go.
That's such a great idea, actually.
I was thinking darts, but you don't want to put more holes in 2B.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna use a pomegranate seed.
Ooh.
All right, right in between Mayor Wirtz and Taj, a great place to be. Between the thigh and the booba.
Yes. The thigh and the booba. Yo, abs gang, rise up, represent. I want a nice flat stomach.
No. Sometimes you just gotta get the little onesie action. You can thank Taj Marlou for this. She hoisted a very generous donation upon the channel, so we bust out the onesie. And because we met our $100 goal, there's going to be another onesie stream coming up as well.
So,
and because TC gave us the recipe, I'll also post it in the Discord after this. In fact, actually, let me just go ahead and share the link with you right now.
Ah, okay.
Go ahead.
We got a long roast going. Okay. Hitch? Oh, you already activated. Done a 30-minute timer.
Okay, starting 30-minute timer.
Yes, I'm gonna have to wait a couple of hours for the juices to absorb into said onion. So, yeah.
I think you can probably cut that short. You don't have to just big chill for 2 hours.
Yeah, so I've just upped the temp on the oven for a little bit, and I might check it in like an hour or something. But I only have Titch only goes up to half-hour timers because I can't be bothered programming any more in there. I would love to be able to have be able to program it so I can say start a 7-minute timer and it does 7 minutes, but unfortunately it's 5-minute increments at the moment.
I feel like that's like streamer shit in a nutshell, you know? It's like, all right, this will take like 3 to 5 hours of work to deal with this minor background annoyance. Am I willing to spend that amount of time?
For me, it's more so because I've got hotkeys for every voice command I do. I'd have to create a hotkey. To go up to 30 minutes, I'd need 30 different hotkeys to do just a 7-minute timer. And how many times am I going to do 7 minutes?
I didn't realize that's how it was programmed in. Wow. No wonder.
So everything. Yeah, it is. Except for when I say thanks to him, that's through the program I use. But because I can't get his voice through the program anymore, I have to work around that for other things. So I'd love to be able, like, there's another program I could use that does voice activation, but and like I don't have to do hotkeys as like, you know, Control Alt Tab X or something. But the voice program doesn't recognize my voice very well, so he's sassy enough as it is. I don't need him to be any more sassy.
Tish is very peak sass.
He is. He is. He also gets very jealous when robot VTubers come on the stream. So he just was not playing nice that day. It's also stupid little things too. Like if I have OBS as my active screen, none of the voice commands work. It's just the weirdest and stupidest problem. I don't know why. I'm also thinking too, I might actually do a sneaky thing of rice while we're waiting for this to cook.
There you go.
Just because serving the onion as it is, it would be okay, but we need something.
Rice is always a good.
Yeah. And he's probably going to go a bit more fancy as well. Get some of these out of the way. I could do some dishes as well, but dishes are boring.
Yeah. Screw dishes.
Yeah.
I've never done dishes on stream. This is not a lie.
I used to do them all the time on stream because I was baking stuff constantly, and I'd have, you know, 15 minutes, half an hour of downtime. And be like, what am I going to do? You know what? I'm just going to clean some dishes in the meantime.
I've asked about it, and most people say they don't mind it, and so I just roll with it. If we're sitting around anyway, and it takes me like 2 minutes to do a dish, and then we talk for another 15 minutes. Plus, honestly, like my kitchen is so small, and I have so few dishes, I just need to start doing it, otherwise it's pure chaos in here.
Okay, so excuse me. Actually, you saying that you were making a cocktail was actually making me think I wanted to have a drink as well. But I've also, as mentioned before, I'm also very lazy, so my thing would just be I just get a can of not soft drink, but like pre-mixed soda out of the fridge. How am I going to do this? Is there a song that plays with the Santa?
Go soak that cast iron before it becomes crusty. Exactly. Like, you don't want it like a cast iron or something to sit for a while. Also, Asteriana, did you like my Santa dance? Taste this.
Too much. Yes, the art of soaking dishes is a strong one between people. The amount of times that I have a sink full of dishes for like half an hour before I actually get to them. They can sit and soak. It's all good. So cast iron, why are the pushy people always wrong? Ooh.
Yeah, you don't want the cast irons to soak too long. So it's okay to like use water on them. I know there was like that old thing like with lye soap, where using soap on cast irons was always like poo-poo, but it's actually okay now that we no longer use lye soap. That's a lie. I didn't see it. I clicked into 14. Rude. How dare. Alright, I'm never doing a Santa dance ever again.
More please. Start with this one, why not?
Okay, stopping the timer.
I didn't say stop the timer. Bitch, no! You stopped the timer! No! Bitch, are you working with Nish? I thought you were on my side. Kelly, welcome in. How are we doing? I thought you were my bot, Titch. 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 Start a 25-minute timer.
Assuming it's an enameled cast iron, but yeah, don't stick a regular one for long. Yeah, this one is
Start a
enameled.
25-minute timer.
It's purely enameled.
Okay, starting 25-minute timer.
There we go. Get that rice going.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason why like getting to cleaning them quicker is great too, because things don't cake on, and you can just scrub them off really quick, and you don't even have to let them soak if you're lucky, depending on what you're cooking. You know what's the worst? When you leave something on the stove, like you're like boiling water or something, and then you just forget about it, and then it like cooks down, and you get the like charred crust on the bottom of the pan. This always happens to me when I'm like boiling or like steaming vegetables or something. Like every once in a while I'll forget, and then all of a sudden there's just like cruddy biomatter on the bottom, and it just takes forever to clean.
Yeah. For me, it's the overflow from stuff like rice or stuff in the pan that gets on the stove itself. If you don't hit that straight away, it's very nasty. It's when you see some people's houses and they have just brown, like there's a white stove and it's got this big brown ring. I'm not calling a lot of people out by saying this. My old stove used to have it as well. Best way to deal with it, get a new stove.
Cruddy biomatter was my nickname in high school.
What does one have to do to create to get given the
same brain cell?
All right, so yeah, we've got what what now?
I'm waiting for my syrup to cook down a little bit. Cruddy biomatter would be a great band name. That actually would. Like, I could see that being like a punk band name.
Yeah. Cover. Oh, okay. And then we're gonna put it under the grill. Okay. Interesting. So, okay, makes sense. Barbecue cleaner works good on the brown stove. Mine's black to. Oh, okay. For the people who, do you guys have barbecue cleaner over in the States, or?
I would imagine so, but I imagine it's maybe like a different name.
Yeah. Because yeah, Mama Tise says that works good on the old cruddy brown stoves.
There's like Barkeeper's Friend, but I think that's a little different. Yeah, I don't know how does it work?
I think it's sort of like oven clean, or oven cleaner. It sort of gets on there, something activates. It
like foams up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I actually need to buy some oven cleaners soon because my oven isn't due for a good cleaning.
Yeah. I mean, some people would say that Victorian bitter beer is with barbecue clean as well, but it's horrid. Don't drink BB.
Yesterday on stream, while D was playing Final Fantasy VII, he said, "What's this fruit in the middle of the screen?" And like 10 of us said, "That's you, stupid." Nice.
Not good for much else. I know, right?
I need to get back into watching D's streams. He's a very funny streamer. I didn't realize he was playing Final Fantasy VII too, which is like one of my favorite games.
Never actually played Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah?
The closest thing to a Final Fantasy game I've played is Bravely Default. I know it's a weird thing to sort of compare to, but it's sort of, I want to say, it's sort of say similar vibes. Like, you've got the party of 4, you've got the crystals you need to do, all that kind of stuff. Definitely not Final Fantasy VII. Like, that has a different thing of themes going on.
Yeah. Final Fantasy VII is kind of like the dark, moody teenage Final Fantasy, but yeah, Bravely Default, I think, like calling that like kind of like a classic Final Fantasy game or some of the newer ones is pretty nice. Like a pretty apt comparison.
Well, I played the Bravely Default second layer.
Wow.
Never played.
How do you not get spoiled for FF7? How though?
Yeah.
That's like a classic meme thing.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody, even people who haven't played, usually like know what this big spoiler is.
Hmm.
Avalanche is. I think they say it like it's not even subtext. They like legitimately say they're a terrorist group in the game. You don't know the spoiler? Wow.
That's interesting.
Nobody tell Mantra what the spoiler is.
Yes. I know, yeah, that's just very surprising because I feel that every top 10 whatever on Watch Mojo will have that spoiler on there.
Right? They're like, you should play this game. Here's the biggest twist in the game. That's why you should play it. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah. I mean, sure, justification is like the game's been out for like 15 odd years, and
Yeah.
it's like getting spoiled for what's it, The Empire Strikes Back.
Right, true.
It's like that movie is ancient now. If you don't know the old deal between Luke and Vader, like, what's going on? Yo, droid, what's up? How you doing? I'm hoping that my so for context, what I'm doing here, why have I got two pots? Nobody can see because the stove camera's off. Titch? Oh, Titch is already activated for some reason. Stove camera on.
Activating stove camera.
The reason I've got two pots on my stove is because I'm trying to make a saffron rice as well as a regular rice. So I can get like a 2-layer thing going. I say that because the recipe I gave to Nish, the pile of rice that is accompanied with the dish has saffron, like yellow saffron rice and white rice with it as well. Bitch. Zoom in. No,
Zooming in.
bitch. Zoom in, guest.
Zooming in.
Oh, he's not doing it anymore. There we go. Sub for this content. Why aren't you sub to him yet? Twerking bear? Cooking? The occasional ASMR? Oh, come on.
We got it all.
Bitch. Zoom out.
Zooming out.
Bitch. Zoom out, guest.
Zooming out.
I used some saffron. Hang on. I used some saffron water for a mango smoothie yesterday.
Our sound alerts? I don't think TC can hear our sound alerts. No.
No, I can't hear his. So pretty much the reason why you can hear my sound alerts and you can hear Titch is because I've got Titch in the Discord call as well. For the main reason, like I want. Well, you know what? He can introduce himself. Titch. There we go. Introduce yourself.
Hello everyone. I am the Titanium Chef Helper Bot. Or Titch, for short. It's a pleasure to meet you all.
Yeah, he's a good little boy, a little sassy. Can't hear me when I'm running the sink or doing stuff on the stove, but yeah, he helps me with streams. Changing, like zooming in cameras, zooming in the guest cam, plugging my socials, just all that kind of stuff. I am in the process of trying to get him a body, so you'll actually see what he properly looks like soon. But I've actually got to stop being lazy and sketch out a design to give to an artist to sort of make reality. Right, yep. Like, why is he dancing? Why is he dancing? Right, Pavarotti Applebottom Jean cover is playing at the moment, so it's just Titch. Zooming guest.
Zooming in.
I should have done this earlier. Shh. No sound is just what's the moment. Oh, just complete silence while you're silently dancing around your kitchen. This is like
It's interpretive.
It's perfect. we got Dr. Mario playing on my end, so you just interpretive dancing to Dr. Mario on my end. And hey, Cake, how we doing? Hope we're doing well.
That's how you get low beam. You just drop a deuce on the floor. You came for the cheek action, you came to the right place.
So one day I was tired and accidentally used a whole liter of water and I made with 1 ounce of saffron. Oh boy. I made the water and was going to add a little bit to a pot, but wasn't paying attention and poured a whole measuring cup in. Oh boy. Well, waste not, want not, I guess. Rice was good, so good though. Like $20 rice. Saffron's very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Pitch?
I'm always real careful with saffron
out,
because
Zooming
it's
out.
so pricey.
Yeah. I've held on to my saffron for a while. I probably put a little bit too much in the batch I've just done, but yeah, we'll see how we go. Oh, playful. Yeah, Emperor, I'm immune to the bonks today. I can't hear them. I might be immune to everything soon because I forgot to charge my headset last night. That was a big old whoops. Man, what would be good for mixing a pomegranate cocktail? Because now I'm thinking I should do one myself.
Yo, you should.
What
I'm cooking down the simple syrup. I don't know what I'm gonna add. I've got some tonic water, maybe just like some vodka tonic and pomegranate syrup is like a good way to go. But I feel like you could get crazier with it too. Like maybe add some bitters or something.
Vodka's always a good base bar. That's always good. My mate bought some from overseas and brought it back. It was a huge pack. It was really cheap. Duty-free saffron?
Wow, I wish I had some gin. I wish I had some that like Empress gin.
So simple syrup.
Simple
Syrup was simple syrup's like a no, I'm using all my small pots at the moment. I can't make a simple syrup.
You could probably just do the juice. Like it doesn't have to be a syrup.
That is true, yeah. I'll cut up my second one to do that. Might have to, you know what? Yeah. Titch? Zoom in guest.
Zooming in.
I need to go to my bar fridge at the moment, which is off stream.
Hello.
See what I've got in the way of, drinks.
You get loose, Beam.
Tequila would be very bad, I think.
I'm entertaining you, Chad.
Yes.
This is me entertaining you.
Triple sec? We can do that. Yeah.
Just watch the dancing bear. Just watch the dancing bear, Chad. Just watch the dancing bear. Just watch the dancing bear and the dancing Santa.
Oh, wait, what's this one? Oh, Bluetooth cow. Maybe not that.
And here I thought I wasn't gonna get a workout today.
We'll just do that. Very. I need to see how tasteful it is. Very tasteful. I don't think I have white rum. Wow. I'm just gonna let him keep going. He's right. He's fine.
Oh, now I have to do push-ups too? I was
Yeah,
asking for this? I'm
yeah,
rude.
The dances with
Rude.
Pokemon Battle music was pretty good.
I get cardio over here. You're killing me.
So,
Alright,
Blitz.
squats. Bear squats.
I could actually just do it to here.
Here, I'll even include Biggie in the shot.
I think I would be a little bit upset if you didn't.
True. True. I feel like I'd be dropping the ball. Yeah, he's upside down. It's too bright in here, so he's got his face all covered up. Thanks, Tyrion. I appreciate it.
I don't think I've got Sprite Bar. There's so much going on right now. There's a lot going on. But it's hella fun.
Three,
I didn't even zoom out.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
The ones he does have pockets, yes. So, ounce Sprite or any other clear soda. 20 ounces of orange juice. I don't have orange juice actually. I do have grenadine though.
I feel like Beam has the fart sound effect just like on lock. He's like got it memorized where it is.
Yep.
But yeah, the ones he has pockets in it.
Gotta get that fart command on hotkey.
Yeah. I should just put exclamation point fart so it registers anytime somebody types that. I do, but I was being thirsty on Instagram and wasn't paying attention. Understandable.
Whoa. Hitch. Zoom out guest.
Zooming in.
No, zoom out guest.
Titch is lost. Or Titch has picked sides.
He has.
Titch knows he's gonna win the battle.
Oh. But he.
Thanks for the hydrate.
I know it's going to be a tough competition, but I need your support. I need your support, buddy. Titch. Zoom out guest.
Zooming out.
There we go. I don't know why I emphasized the guest on that part when he did the wrong zoom.
He doesn't seem to want to behave right now. You got to go hard with it.
Well, I should have emphasized on the out instead of the guest. What's worse is when I'm playing a video, like doing my gaming stream during the week, and he'll think that I've said his name and like, oh, do you want me to do something? And it's like, no, we don't want you to do something. And then he goes, oh, I've deactivated the stove camera. It's like, okay, it's not on, but thank you. He just.
Where did you get the Titch voice? Is it like a program or?
So Titch's voice is, what is it? It's TTS Justin.
Oh,
so it's just like
it's
a
very
basic...
cute. She's got a very cute voice.
Well, the way I picture Titch is like, without sounding weird, he's like my son in a sense. So he's just a kid. He's just a kid. I didn't want TTS Brian because everybody has TTS Brian. Everybody. I've seen somebody have TTS Hank Hill, which is amazing.
Oh yeah, that would be pretty good. All
right.
Thank you for donating a new sub. Yeah, TC is currently covered by Padoru.
Yep.
Padoru. I've got Padoru on my side. I've got Titch on my side. Can't lose.
Yeah.
I've completely forgotten to pay attention to the recipe, and I've just been sitting here staring at the pomegranate and doing squats.
I've got pomegranate seeds all over my kitchen floor now. I'm trying to think of the... So yeah, I've got the juice. I don't want to blitz some of this up. So my thought was just making a very makeshift pomegranate margarita.
That sounds really nice.
I might have to blitz up a little bit. I don't want to blitz up too much of the pomegranate because I need it for garnish. But there it is. Oh, good lord!
More squats. I can ask if TC will split them with you. I don't know, TC. Do you want to do 5 squats?
Sure. Let me just get that plugged in. Hitch. Camera off.
Deactivating bench camera.
Alright, so how far are we going down?
I don't know however far you want to go down. There's no rules.
All right.
All right, baby, I'm back for more squats. 1,
1,
2,
2, 3,
3,
4,
4,
5.
5.
Hey. Don't smack
Leave
me.
me alone.
Alright, so a couple of hands of pomegranates in here, and might strain juice in there. That might be a good idea.
That sounds like a good idea.
That way I don't get any of the what do you call it? The membrane.
The rind.
That's the word I'm looking for. Membrane's for something else.
Let's add the chicken back in there.
4 minutes on my timer. I should do a little bit of sneaky and then just open them up and give them another half hour after that.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna make a bit of noise. Hopefully it's not too loud.
Oh no!
Oh,
With
no,
me
mate.
being obnoxious this entire time, I think you get a free pass for 5.
So what's going on here? Is this bent out of shape again? I think it is. My blender safety pin is bent.
True, membrane is the thing you go insane in. True.
Yes. So, yeah. There we go. Alrighty. My button label fell off my blender, which is not good.
That happens to my my oven all the time. Like I can just pull the buttons off.
Where's that coming from? Throw from the top there. Alright, so yeah. I'm not sure how loud I'm going to be. I might just mute myself just to be sure.
Follow your heart.
Just want to make sure I don't deafen your chat.
You know what? They deserve it. So you do you.
They deserve it? Alright. If it's too loud, blame Nish.
Evaporated back here.
Okay. So now,
How'd it go?
it's looking pretty good. I might strain that still into my cop. Oh, that's right. I was gonna say, do I have enough ice for the shaking? No, I do. Yo, Ember. Thank you for making you one. Yeah, thank you for making me your one and only for the month. It's very much appreciated. And thank you for 20 months in the frenzy. Thank you for your support. Very much appreciated. Woo indeed. Just put my my ice bowls in there in my cocktail shaker. I bought one of those silicon ice bowl trays. It's been very handy, to say the least.
Yeah.
I wanted to and trying to think of what I can do otherwise with this molds, because I've used silicon and ice tray molds for candy in the past. What could I do with this? Like I could make cake pops out of that if I get the ratio correct.
That'd be a fun stream, or just fun to do in general. One thing I'm trying to think of is I've got this. I don't use it for cursed recipes so far, but I have this like turkey mold that I think like I'm like what the heck can I use for use this for other things. I want to think of at least like
Oh,
one or two
nice.
things, and I've still got the like card molds that I want to use up as well.
Do it the other
That's a
way.
pretty aggressive boil. Yeah, I'm trying to like. There was a lot of excess water in there, so I'm trying to cook a lot off. I think we're getting close. Cheesecake, chocolate. Oh my god, that would be some thick pieces of chocolate. You know what it could work for? Like fudge, like turkey-shaped fudge.
Mm.
That could be a thing.
That was a silicone one, yeah?
Yeah. No, just for the shell? Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say you melt the chocolate, make the shell out of it, and then put some stuff in the inside.
Those would still be very, very big, very, very thick, but still, I
Very
like
big.
where the head's at. Those would be some big chocolate bars.
Alright.
More Jello, but normal flavor. I could do that too. The most normal option. I wonder what else. Yeah. What other things could I use it with?
Alright.
I guess I could just make like turkey shaped ice cream. I could also make shaped Jello shots. Just have mega Jello shots. Just get drunk off of like one turkey feather.
Nice. You already activated. Okay. Start a 30-minute timer. Start a 30-minute timer.
Okay, starting 30-minute timer.
There we go. I'm probably gonna strain the
Yes,
drink.
one shot. It's one
One-
shot. One bottle is one shot, right?
1 shot of vodka. Proceeds to pour half the bottle in. We'll do. And that's tequila, because I'm not a big fan of tequila. It's one of those tequila's that drink that I stayed away from for many years because of a bad night.
Tequila seems to be the classic when it comes to those.
Yes. I was very young. I did not have a sufficient dinner beforehand. And yes.
It's always amazing, like how easily you can get caught off guard if you just don't eat before drinking.
Yes.
Like you're like used to like a certain level of tolerance where you just like have even like a small meal. And you're like, okay, like I can drink that much, and then go on like a completely empty stomach, and all of a sudden you can like drink like a quarter of what you're used to.
Yeah. It's almost like sniffing a beer puts you out of commission.
Right. Yeah, Wild Turkey is a classic bourbon. Very classic
Yes.
bourbon.
Yep. Wild Turkey is actually one of my mates' drinks that he can't have because he had a bad night on, which was hilarious.
Oh, that makes sense. Wild Turkey, like you can get it in like 50 percent, like 101 proof, and you can definitely have a bad time on that.
Mm. What was the deal with my mate? He had the premixes, so he had like the cans premixed with cola already, and he just had an absolute butt ton of them. And apparently he already gotten up one night to pray to the porcelain gods, but he woke me up the second time, and he made a big old mess. And I'm just sort of standing there. What was I doing? I was standing there in just me jocks, and I'm just like, "You alright, buddy? You want me to
You
get
doing
some water?
okay?
You want me to get you some water?" You just get the. Like, oh, yep,
So-
I've been there.
So funnily, we played D&D last night with my like usual group, and one of my friends is on. I believe they're like on a work trip to Chicago, and they were like, I'm running a little late. They show up to the group so hammered. They're like, I had to leave Chicago or something, and they could barely speak. And then by the time it gets to their turn, they're just completely passed out. And it's like they spent the rest of like our time playing D&D, just like sitting in their chair, just like, just like 3 hours of them snoring on camera, and then every once in a while like waking up and being like, back to sleep. It was too good.
Oh man, that's good role playing, I'd say.
Yeah, they just spent a little too long in the tavern. and wanted to make it real. I don't drink to get drunk, so I have no real reason to buy overproof booze. Yeah, I think it depends. Like, I don't say I would go out of my way to shoot for higher proof booze, but like if the booze happens to have a higher proof, and I, like the booze, then I'll go for it.
Titch?
I think every once in a while I still drink to get
Zoom in.
drunk.
Zooming in.
I feel like I've got a bit of like a coffee drip going on with mine.
Oh yeah. It's
Just,
hard to see because there's so many patterns, but I'll use my imagination.
Yes. See if I can. There. So I'm trying to strain out all the chunky bits for this. There we go. Yeah, so
Nice. Okay. Good.
I've just sort of strained out the chunky bits. I've just got a
Yeah.
little bit of a slow pour going.
Mine has turned purple as I've cooked it. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. What was the thing? Now I'm trying to think about it. I remember seeing like a bit of facts about pomegranates online when I was searching the recipes. And what was it? I think it's lemon juice. So lemon juice, there was something you add to pomegranate juice or pomegranates, and it turns them purple. Like a real
interesting.
deep purple. It's like, oh, that's cool.
It's always interesting, like how different, different juices, different drinks, like interact with each other. Like the chemistry, the mixology behind all of it. How, like with like a little bit of heat, another chemical causes a reaction, and then it changes the way something looks or the way it behaves. I'm gonna pop this in a freezer maybe, just to try and cool it off really quickly. Or maybe what I should do is put it in a smaller container. I think it's the acidity, same with cabbages, I think. That would make sense. Maybe I'll put this in like a
How much?
cup, though I want to avoid like shock.
Let's see if I can pour two, because I might. I got a second glass. Pour a second one. Have a little bit of a drink of one now, and use the second one as my little extra for the stream, for the photo shoot, for the gram.
Sounds like a good idea.
Don't think I have enough actually. You know what? This one will be for me. Don't want to have too much just yet. Not enough though. Okay. I was very interested in how it tastes because I think trying it before, it just sort of tasted like small apples. That's it. That's the taste I got out of pomegranate. But all right.
I can kind of see that. It's got like
Ooh.
a little bit of sweetness.
Honestly, it might be because I've used the triple sec in there. It probably just tastes like
Tastes like orange.
sort of, yeah. Maybe I put too much triple sec in there, but it's a nice colour. Probably should have salted the rim.
I feel like out of the pomegranate juice, like maybe you get a hint of sweetness, a little bit of like color, and like a little bit of like sourness, and that's like
Yeah.
kind of what you get.
I do like tart and sour food, very much so. Oh, I'm still zoomed in. And then look, where am I looking? I have no idea. Titch? Zoom out.
Zooming out.
There we go. Now we can prove that I have taken some. I have drank some. So I think, yeah, the other thing with tequila and all those sort of cocktails and stuff, I don't like the ones that are very strong.
I see.
Like-
You like them at like 15%?
Somewhat, yeah. I don't like when I have a cocktail or a drink. I don't want to sort of have that burn in the back of my throat and make myself look like a lesser man by going. That's good stuff. But and I find like tequila and straight bourbon and stuff does that to me. It just catches me off guard for the first one.
I'm yeah, like I'll drink whatever I feel like enjoying, you know. And if a drink comes across as too strong, I'll put it aside. Or if like I, you know, if it's a sweet drink, like I'm more than happy to have it. Even and you know, that's kind of the fun of experimenting too, is like you try a new drink or you try a new food and like maybe you don't like it and maybe you make a short-term fool of yourself, but you know, worst case scenario, somebody throws a laugh your way and you got to try something new, you know.
Yeah. I think one thing too is for some cocktails they might say to add, say, soda or orange juice or something, and if it's a little bit too strong, it's like, you know, we'll put a little bit more OJ in there, just to dilute.
Yeah. I'm like I think that's like with any recipe, whether it's a cocktail recipe or a food recipe or a baking recipe, like you should always aim for putting it to your taste, not whatever the ideal version is. You know, you can find online and they're like quoting, like everybody has their ideal version, and some people will say that their ideal version is the perfect version, but at the end of the day, it's like whatever you enjoy the most, and that's what you should be aiming for, and not worry so much about what other people like think is the perfect one. Like if you like it this way more, then do it that way. If you like it the other way more, do it the other way. Don't, you know, even if somebody tells you that's the wrong way to do it, or the ratios are off, so it's like not perfect.
Yeah. Like you need to use you say you need to use your emotes a bit more. Yeah, I was a little intrigued about that old recap, the old Twitch recap. Finds out
I used to use my laugh emote more because I really like my laugh emote, but I'm also lazy, so I use lol a lot because it's just 3 letters.
Yeah, 3 letters that auto corrects for you and just does it.
Yeah. Everything I do is perfect. Yes, it is, Beam. Yes, it is. Everything everybody in my chat does is perfect.
My chat already knows that. Like, if I keep telling them, they'll get bigger heads than what they already have. And I'm the only one that's allowed to have a big fat head around here.
There you go.
So I can make fun of myself for not being able to fit into proper hats. Like, I can't buy this hat because my head's fat.
Especially when we're roast niching. True. True, though.
Yes.
I just don't remember I have emotes 75% of the time. The 25% I do, just the same ones because I'm old and simple. Yeah, I feel that. I've got so many. Honestly, like, for me, it's like, if it's not in my, like, favorite list already, if it takes me more than, like, 2 seconds to scroll through my giant list of emotes, I'm just like, nah, I give up.
Yep.
And I either don't put one or put one of the other ones.
Yeah, I feel that big time. The ones I have the problem with is I'll get an emote from a gift sub that's really good. And it's like, this exactly encapsulates exactly what I'm feeling at the time. And then the gift sub will expire, and it's like, well, now I can't use that one anymore.
That's the worst.
I know a lot of people say, well, why don't you just go over and sub them? It's like, I don't watch them enough to...
it's like
merit.
Even I think it's like not even that. Like there are plenty of people that I watch a ton that I don't sub to. It's just like there's a limited amount of money in the world, and like I don't want to spend like $30 a month or whatever just on subs for emotes. Like it's just not worth it to me.
Yep.
Like those subs add up really quick. $5 doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're subbed to like 3, 4, 5 channels, it can get really expensive.
Yep, adds up real quick. I think best way to support creators, in my personal opinion, is just dropping a straight dono. Like,
yeah, true matcha. Very few people are subbing for like a single emote.
Exactly, yeah. But yeah, just dropping a dono once every now and again. Like, don't have to dono every week or every month. Like, hey, if you think the stream is doing pretty good and you want to support them in such a way, just shoot them a tenner. Like. Might not go towards the stream or be considered a big impact to the stream itself. You probably paid for a sandwich for it. It's like, you know, thank you for lunch. Thank you for lunch. It's very much appreciated.
Yeah, and like you know, for like cooking, like food and drink streamers, like it helps cover the cost of groceries and like especially the rising prices. Like the little bit here and there does add up and help like cover some of those like more like those less than like those ingredients that you get that you might not normally have gotten for stream.
Exactly.
Like you may not cover the whole cost, but it's really nice every once in a while, and it's just nice to see people provide support, whether that's following, spending time in chat, or subbing. You know, or lurking. Yeah, like
lurking is definitely a good way of supporting as well. And Beam, I would pay $8 a month for that emote. Okay, that's just me.
yeah, for the thighs. The thighs are worth it.
And using the channel points to unlock emotes is actually another good way of that is actually a really good way to support as well. Like, it shows that you have been not so much active, but you have been lurking and watching in the meantime.
Especially when you always lose your spices in the spice cabinet. True, but shut up.
Not the dreaded spice cabinet. I'm not sure I mentioned on my stream before, but I actually bought a spice rack so I could start loading my spices into a single spot, and I can actually see them better than just have them in the cabinet. But I actually found out the reason why the spice rack was so expensive is because it was filled with spices already. So now I've got like 18 extra spices again. So it sucks.
Baker, I think you're right that the food and drink is pretty generous with gifting subs. I think part of that is the food and drink audience tends to be older, so they have more disposable income to gift subs in general.
They're also just generally nicer.
It's a chiller group, nicer group.
Yeah.
It's less of the toxic, like, FPS kind of group.
Yeah. You don't have anybody turning around saying, good flip of the pancake, nerd. Go do your exercises to do it better.
Think for yourself.
Well, I would say, what is it? Unironically? Yeah, unironically. Like, nobody's coming into the chat and being like, you cooked that wrong, right? That's not how my mama made it. You're doing it wrong. You suck.
No, man. Every once in a while, but they're pretty rare. Every once in a while, you get somebody who's like, you aren't making this exactly to my specifications. And then you're just like, shut up, go away. Luckily, they're rare, though. They're very rare.
Oh my god, I got 13 minutes, my rice is all ready to go. Do I want to start piling my rice up? The other question is, I'm thinking we do it this way, so I'll use this bowl here.
I'm just cooling off my syrup as quickly as I can, and then I'm gonna make my cocktail.
Nice. Do you have a fancy glass that you're going to put it in? Or you just
Great question. Your syrup is already cool, man. I'm gonna take that as a self compliment. Thank you. Thank you for the hydrate. I could put it in I have too many weird alcohol containers that I don't use, and I was actually thinking earlier today about getting rid of some of them because they just take up cabinet space. Like I have like 4 Scotch snifters that I like at most I'm gonna use one of them because there's one of them. And like, why do I have 4? They came in a set of 4. They're nice. I got them as a Christmas gift, so I feel bad getting rid of them. But like, I'm realistically not going to use more than one of them.
Yeah, definitely.
That's true, Baker. Biggie is a notorious alcoholic. True.
Yep. Yeah, that's the problem I have though. Whenever I'm doing something that requires like a drink, it's like, you know what? I need a fancy glass for this, and I'm not just going to use the same tumblers all over and over again. And I find myself just going to like Kmart or just like a cheap department store and just getting a 6-pack of glasses that look what I want, and then I'll have 6 glasses that I'm not going to use again. It's like, no, great.
Yeah, I've got a couple of like nice like tall glasses that I usually go to for my like alcohol consumption, but
that isn't it.
Even then, I don't use them too often. Biggie's my favorite alcoholic. True, mine too. Also, Beam, go fudge yourself.
Tells does have a good point. If you get rid of 3, guaranteed you'll break the one you have.
True.
Might only
So that
use
is a good
one,
point.
but-
That is actually why I have so many like mismatched sets of glasses, because especially when Biggie was younger, he would knock so many glasses off of tables and just they would shatter. So like I've got like three sets of like high ball and low ball glasses all mixed up. Solo cups for the highfalutin gentlemen and ladies of the world. Yeah, that's what you go for. You go for the red solo cup.
Yep. Cheap, disposable, and cost effective. Why it's used by many people who use Baker, you're not disposable. Marcia, you're not disposable as well. None of you are disposable. Can't talk about. I can't clarify on the cheap and no, you're not cheap either.
Everybody in my chat, a bunch of doomers right now.
Yeah. Team disposable. Get out of here. Get out of here. None of you are
Hell
disposable.
yeah. You're compostable? That's a win. That's a win. We're cheap? Hell yeah.
There's nothing wrong with being cheap. That's my personal opinion. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being cheap.
Beam, I had no idea there were aluminum solo cups. That's kind of mind-blowing.
That's
That's
that's the
realize.
high. That's for the high roller beer pong.
That's for the rich. That's for the rich fraternities.
Yep. Jeeves, set up the beer pong table. We are having guests this afternoon.
Bring out the nice solo cups, Jeeves.
To serve wish for the crystal or the aluminum. The aluminum, Jeeves, you fool, you buffoon. We're not having the Pope over for drinks. But he is coming over next week, so keep the crystal ready. And fill them with holy water, please.
Jeeves, re-rack these fine cups. Oh god. I love that idea. You know, I guess that's kind of like what was the movie? I guess it was like Billy Madison, or there was that one like Adam Sandler movie where he becomes wealthy, and like he just like running around a mansion being super rich, and was like a schlubby white trash guy. But I love that, like the idea of like a butler doing like super basic things, like super like working class things, or like doing like super fraternity things. Like, we need you to go to McDonald's and pick us up like 20 double cheeseburgers, forks and styrofoam plates if you want to impress your friends. Yeah, that's when you really want to impress. Maybe even a bucket of KFC chicken. That's when you're busting out the big guns. A budget for sports. That's how you know you've made it. You got that sport budget. Kupo had the Bud Dingleberries. Well, good thing they're clean. Good thing he discovered that one before she hopped in. I feel we're in that Deadpool. Oh, you had a dishwasher? Yeah, true. She's mad. She's like, why? Mother, why have you removed the poop from my butt? Why have you done this? Why have you touched my butt, Mother? I feel like we can't hear TC anymore. I wonder what's going on. Let's see. Titanium. Titanium, if you're muted, you might be muted on Discord or something. Because we can't hear you right now.
No, we have crossed over the threshold of battery life in my microphones.
Oh.
And I came prepared today, so I had the receiver plugged into a battery pack this whole time. So now I don't have to worry about running back and forth between putting power into my receiver and into the microphone itself. So
Hats off. Well
Yes.
done.
But yes, my headset. I would say his headset may have died. Yeah, my headset has been sitting on 10% of this whole stream, so I'm.
I'd be mad if I had dinglers that I worked hard for and someone just takes all away. True. DC, we might have lost you again. Dun, 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 dun. You know what I kind of want to do with this stew is like pull the chicken off and just kind of like, yeah, pull the chicken, eat it, yeah, but pull the chicken off and then remove the bone and then put it back in the pot. Like take him out of the pot, pull him out, and then put it back in the pot. Later, gotta head to bed. Good night, Beam. Later, nerd. From a fellow nerd. Good night.
Turn it on first. There we go.
We're back.
Yep. Turns out that I got to push a button on my battery pack to actually get it to start charging, and I forgot that was something that needed to happen. So,
Pushing buttons.
yeah.
That's
I thought it was just a plug it in and then it's going to start charging, but no, apparently there's an extra step. Weird. But that's what it is.
we're back in business either way.
I should invest in a second battery pack just so I can have them both plugged in at the same time. I mean, look, we have been going for like 3 odd hours, and I have had the headset on for another half hour before that. So,
Lemon, I'm just imagining like a dingleberry goblin. It's just like, you won't ever take my dingleberries. They're my dingleberries. Like a leprechaun, except for duties. A duty con.
so wait, no, I used it for spices. So what I'm gonna do is get some a little bit of a.
Yeah, the old duty con.
Alright.
Right, I think I'm gonna try my cocktail, see how it turns out. See what we can make happen here.
What was.
It's what did I say? I got vodka. Let's see, where's my mixer?
Ooh. Lemon, not lemon, sorry. I saw lemon in there. There is a lemon in somebody's chat, but Ember is having mac and cheese with lemon peppered chicken tonight. That sounds
Ooh, that sounds real good. You're not my real dad. You can't take my dingleberries. The guardian of Klingons. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy.
I just love the idea of somebody going like super gremlin over something like that. It's like way too protective.
No, stop it. I've grown these myself. You may never take them away from me. No, stop it.
That was perfect. Thank you, TC. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Dings. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Dingleberries. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Dingleberries. Oh no.
Gotta play that game, eh? Replace one word in the Harry Potter title with Dingleberries and see what you get.
Uh-huh.
Harry Potter and the Order of Dingleberries.
Harry Potter and the Dingleberry Prince.
I'm trying to think of which one will work better: Harry Potter and the Deathly Dingleberry, or Harry Potter and the Hello Dingleberry, or the
Hallow Dingleberry. Yeah, they're both pretty good. Both pretty good.
the Dingleberry Hallows, or should I say?
Yeah.
Harry Potter and the Goblet of Dingleberries. That one just sounds wrong enough.
Did you put your name in the Goblet of Dingleberries, Harry?
Harry, did you put your Dingleberries in the goblet?
Did you put your Dingleberries in the goblet?
Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Dingleberries.
Dumbledore said calmly.
That is why I always pull it up to Mum saying, why did you make me read books? It's more like when I say that, it was I watched all the Harry Potter films when they came out, and I said they're out on film. I'm not reading books. Books are for nerds. And then I found out that the Deathly Hallows was going to be split into 2 movies, and I thought, no,
Right.
I can't be bothered waiting for the second part to come. The book is already complete. I'll just read the book. I read the book, then watched the movies. Went back to Mum and said, "Damn it, you're right. You were right all along." So then, yeah, I decided to reread all the books, and it's like, the books were so much better. Why? Why is my parents always right?
Yeah, Dumbledore is the duty con. True.
How much? Yes.
I put a little bit of Peychaud bitters in there. So it's the pomegranate syrup. So we'll see how this turns out. Otherwise, it's just Grey Goose. It's kind of like a nice rosy pink color.
So, where's my?
In my oversized wine glass.
So,
Smells pretty good. If I make waffles for dinner for the 3rd night in a row, is that bad or acceptable? I'm doing it regardless, but I'm curious. How many vegetables have you had in the last 3 days?
I love the fact that it's like I'm doing it anyway, but
Mm.
how much would you judge me?
It's pretty nice. You know what you should do, Baker? Is make okonomiyaki, and then you can lie to yourself that there's cabbage in there, so it's more healthy. Big brain plays.
I didn't really work
Well, one batch of pumpkin waffles and some had blueberries. Yeah, it's basically the same. It's basically the same. It's, it sounds good. Yeah, fiber, yep.
Ember has had 1 vegetable in the past 3 days. Who can beat that?
Not me.
Yeah,
That means it's healthier. Yeah, true.
I have vegetables in pretty much every dinner I have, bar
Yeah,
like
same.
a handful. Not trying to be pompous or anything. It's just
Look at you. Look at you, you show off with your vegetables.
look at this rich boy here who can afford vegetables.
Oh. How much did that celery cost you? 80 cents?
There we go. Now we've got a salted rim. It was mashed potatoes. Ooh.
I mean, potatoes are good for you.
Yeah.
Potatoes aren't bad for you. There's a reason Ireland has survived off potatoes for so long.
It was interesting to find out so much about, like, why they were so. I don't want to say good for them, like why it was such a big deal for them to get potatoes and to grow potatoes during the famine. I can get
It's an interesting story. And one that doesn't paint the British in a good light, but like what story does? It's a very rare story that the British come out with these guys.
Yeah. Put these aside for now. Is there a stove on? Yes, it is. Titch? Titch? Stove camera off.
Deactivating stove camera.
Thanks, Titch.
Not a problem.
There we go. No, she lied. She lied. Emma did not have potatoes. I made a ham sandwich for lunch and put lettuce and tomato on it. So you had is lettuce a vegetable?
So I think it counts, yeah.
So you had a vegetable and a fruit.
Oh my god.
We're gonna go down that route.
I don't know if I can ever trust Ember again. We're still destroying biomes over here. Hell yeah, let's go. I do have some sweet potatoes. Those to make bowls. Sweet potatoes are real good for you, man.
Sweet potatoes are really good. Sweet potato fries, sweet potato mash. Just sweet potato nuts alone. Like,
Just some roasted sweet potato.
2 veggies. Technically, tomatoes are fruit. Okay, you add fruit on your sandwich.
Sweet potato beef is a combo I'd fight someone for. Yeah, I remember one of my like go-to like gimbo meals was like either like turkey with like seasonings over sweet potatoes, or like a sloppy Joe kind of a mix over a sweet potato. So dang good. Cause I'm not sure like how heavy on the pomegranate seeds I should go. I feel like that's appropriate. Oh, I realize like my camera is staring at Biggie. Bye, Biggie.
So, how are we going to do this successfully? Doesn't need to throw it under the broiler or the gorilla for a bit. Sit there for a second.
It looks like a pile of goop. A good old pile of goop.
Big old pile of goop.
Seeds on it.
See if this works.
Oh, Waybird was using pomegranates earlier too? Ah. Everybody on that pomegranate. More pomegranate? Okay. Alright, just for you, Asteriana. More!
More!
More! Watching over my shoulder and is calling it poop. Yeah, it looks poop. It looks poop. It looks pretty like poop, like looks a little diarrhea-esque.
Get that little bit of brown on the top. Potato and lettuce, that's 2. Ah, so you had potato, right. So you had mashed potato, but then you also had a ham sandwich with lettuce and tomato on there. Okay. That makes sense. I thought you,
I don't want to do. I'm hungry, but I'm not gonna eat it. I'm not gonna eat it. I'm gonna wait.
All right.
I'll just keep drinking.
Yes.
Remember that conversation we had about drinking on an empty stomach? Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Go chat.
Dingleberries for dinner again? Yeah, this is this stream is all dingleberries all the time. Coming at you live.
Yeah, come on, chat. Let's go. Speed run food, alcohol poisoning. Let's go.
Thank you for the hydrate. There it is.
I should
could
be
actually
done...
just eat some rice.
So I should be done very momentarily. I just need to finish braining up the. Yeah, it's got to finish braining up the thing. What do you call this? The onions.
No rush. This is still earlier than I usually end stream, or finish a dish during stream.
So
I'm lucky if I eat dinner at like before 11 p.m. on this Thursday.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I guess this is a bit shocking for me because obviously our sleep schedules and our time frames are a lot different. So I'm way in bed by the time you're having dinner. Not today per se, which is weird. Like, I work early in the mornings, but then on the weekends I'll stay up as late as possible. So.
Right. I used to have I have a standard 9 to 5, and so Thursdays I tend to stay up later. But my schedule has definitely shifted slightly more night owl because I actually prefer eating dinner kind of early. I like eating dinner around 4 or 5 p.m. And so now it's for Thursdays in particular, it's shifted so low that I've just gotten used to it. And then on Sundays I eat about when I normally want to eat, around 4 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
Now it turned out true, Baker, true. Because most of the time you either go to bed before I'm done, or I'm just I'm gonna eat half of this and then I gotta go to bed, and then I just throw it into my mouth as I'm trying to clean up.
We're going to transfer this safely. Maybe if I... Silly.
This turned out really good, actually. Pretty happy with it. So I think I kind of want to cook down the syrup a little bit more. It's like very like thinned out because of the water I used to wash out the seeds.
And then... Clear the way. Open. Give me your contents, please.
Temptation is too strong.
I'm really there.
Perfect distraction.
Alright. I'll wait for Nish to finish his interpretive dance if he's still going, but I'm gonna say I'm ready to dish up. Hopefully my camera gives it justice. Shark meat, yes, the shark meat was shown today. Shown up there. So turn the oven off. Time to judge, that is true. But Nish is currently doing his interpretive dance to Pavarotti Apple Bottom Jeans at the moment. So he's sort of just dancing to Splatoon music at the moment on our end. So.
Your little nubbin is gonna knock that glass off if you swirl that cake around like that.
Nice. All right, so
Are we ready?
yes, I am all ready to go. So, yeah, I'll zoom into so Pitch. Zoom in guest.
Zooming in.
So, tell us about your dish.
This is how it ended up. There's rice underneath. There's chicken under there. It definitely looks like duties, but it smells really good and tastes very good based on the sauce. So I think it's gonna taste very good. It doesn't exactly have what I would call like what there's like a term for it. It doesn't look good at first glance.
It's got a lot of personality.
Yeah, it's got personality. Yeah.
Pitch. Zoom out, guest.
Zooming out.
Alright, so I'm going to quickly hide you on my stream at the moment, just so I can get a full shot for mine. Right section here. Finish off. Hitch. Zoom in.
Zooming in.
So here is the stuffed Spanish onion with pomegranates. Pomegranates,
Nice.
jasmine rice, ground beef. It also has cinnamon, allspice, cumin, anchovies. It's got anchovies in there as well. Accompanied with a pomegranate, a makeshift pomegranate. It's called margarita. So I'm hoping that my this camera at the moment is giving it justice. I would use my phone for the camera, but it tends to chug and slow down towards the end of stream, so I decided to shift my cameras around. So
I feel like just on immediate spot value, yours definitely like. I like what you did with the garnish on the top and then the pomegranate around the sides.
Yeah.
I think that turned out really nice.
Hitch. Zoom out.
Zooming out.
Yes. I learned a lot from all the other cooking battles I've done, so especially from Ivy. So Ivy was, as I mentioned to Nish before we started, like if you have anything that you might think will work good or if you enhance it to the dish, I actually learned that from Ivy because I gave her recipe and she turned around and said, you know what would be good with this? This. Is it okay if I use this? It's like, yeah, of course, go for it. I'm not going to be, you have to follow my recipe to a T. Like, if you got something that's going to give you an edge and make you win, go for it. 100%.
Oh yeah.
So, everybody in chat, this is the time to tell us what you think. I would like a winner this time. Because last time we had a draw. So, what we're
It didn't like Dingleberry. Apparently Dingleberry gets you auto-modded.
Okay, so we have we have a I don't remember which one I need to push. I'll push the start one to do it. So jump over to the straw poll. That's one, yeah, do that because that's the thing that started. So, Titch, start a 10-minute timer. So
Okay, starting 10-minute timer.
So we'll give it 10 minutes. Jump over to the straw poll, cast your vote. I'll push the button every now and again just to refresh the link, if you will. Oh yes, I also got to taste mine as well and tell everybody what I think of mine too. So I can't just
I
go
voted
on
for
books.
you, TT.
Ooh, thank you. I should probably jump on them for you. So I'm going to grab a little bit of the stuffing. A little bit of the stuffing, a little bit of the onion. I'm not going to bother about the rice. Just the stuffing and the yeah. All right. I'm actually going to be a bit honest. I'm not really getting any hint of the pomegranate, but the stuffing really does taste good. The fact that I'm eating an onion in its entirety is something that I didn't think I would ever do myself. So I think this is a really good recipe.
Nice.
I'm going to try and get a real big piece in the center. I would have thought because of the pomegranate molasses, it would have given it like that sour-esque flavor to it.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe more. Be fair. I'll vote. No, we're not going to show the results just yet. Gotta wait for the thing to finish. So I'll go. Oh, post another one. I don't love
Mine,
Sammy.
you definitely like. You can taste the pomegranate jumps out, and I really like you get this kind of like nutty, sweet and sour kind of taste with it. And like you get the like because the pomegranate was just like a garnish, right? You get that like pop, so you get the like texture from the chicken, and you get like this like sort of like smooth, chunky stew, and then every once in a while you get like a pomegranate seed pop in your mouth, which is really nice.
I'm actually going to say I'll take back my thing before. I actually got a big piece, like some of the core with a lot of stuffing in there.
Mm-hmm.
And there was that sort of sweetish note in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking, it's like, why doesn't it taste like pomegranate that much? I had a stock that had 2 tablespoons of the molasses drizzled over the top and then sort of baked into it. But I think it's in small amounts you can't really taste it, but in a big helping, you can really taste like that sweetish tinge to it. I want to say it also enhances like the allspice in there as well.
I think in yours it's like very much a like in yours it's the pomegranate molasses is like very much like an accent.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are other flavors going on and other spices. And in mine it's like very much like the star of the show where it's like very like pomegranate molasses forward. There's lots of pomegranate seeds in there, and then there are kind of like these background other notes, like the chicken kind of functions as like a background, adds some richness and some fattiness. Same with the walnuts, like the nutty flavor. There are a lot of walnuts, but it's almost more as like a fatty delivery device for that like pomegranate sweet and sour taste.
I'm gonna be
It's
honest.
really good.
When you sent me the list of ingredients, I thought that you were going to send me something similar to what I sent you.
Ah,
Because
like a stew of some kind.
yeah, because much like I was thinking before with the whole, oh, it's pomegranate. It's something you add into like a cheesecake or it's something sweet, into a dessert and style. And that's where I thought, doing something savory into a stew would be a real flip on what people would be expecting. And then you sent me ground lamb and stuff. It's like, oh, okay, it looks like we both had the same idea and gone, let's do something out of the ordinary.
Right. Well, I think it's interesting where, like, my preference tends to be savory dishes, and I think you tend to lean more sweet. And so, like, I think that, like, is almost reflected in the dishes we chose. Like the dish I gave you is, like, much less sweet, there's much less molasses in it. And the dish you sent me is, like, much more, like, molasses forward and much more, like, pomegranate forward. But yeah, just funny. I think this just goes to show like how much for variation you can get with like really similar ingredients. Just like technique changes can change so much about a dish.
Really good. I want to say that the rice. I always worry about when cooking rice without like a stock or a water base. It's not actually going to cook. It's just going to stay crunchy.
Right.
But the stuffing really worked out well.
Good.
I've got a whole bunch of stuffing left over, so all I need to do is just flash up the street, grab a few more red onions, and I pushed the wrong one. I pushed. Oh no, I think I copied the That's all right. The main thing is it's sending people to the link. It's just every time I post a thing in your chat, in my chat, it says voting has begun. And it's like it's already been going. It's been going for 6 minutes already. TC, yeah. Everybody's saying that I should win because of the apron I'm wearing.
Yeah, I think that's true.
But if that's the case, then Mama TC technically wins this bout.
I think I win based on like if you're looking for like straight dingleberry action.
Yes, Baker,
right.
chocolate bear.
Yep. Yeah, big kettle boy, show me something cool.
Yeah, I'm down to see something cool. I had to remind myself of... Oh, yo! Hey, Camel! Get in the vote! Get in the vote! Who made the better dish? How we doing, Camel and Raiders? Welcome in. How we all doing? How was your stream?
Yo, Camel!
I saw that you were...
Probs would like a tour of your
That's a good
fridge.
Taco Bell.
That's that good.
Explain leaf blower.
Oh,
Explain the... Is this enough of an explanation for you?
Binary?
Crucifixion
Yeah, a leaf
of
blower is an
kebab
item that
pizza
normally would be outside that
continues
blows
even
leaves
after
and
death.
grass. Okay, dude.
I'm sorry, we just got a clip from Camel, and somebody's typed in chat, explain to me the leaf blower. And then next minute, his dish just straight off the table. Oh, just perfect. Want a fridge tour?
Black had an amazing leaf blower clip from recently. Absolutely demolished a gingerbread house.
Let me also say hello to some people. So, Kebabs, hey, how we doing? Yep, we'll get to the fridge tour in just a quick second. Pixie Sweet Tooth, welcome in. How we doing? Femdom, hi. How we doing? Obviously, High Cake, hi. Let's get a fridge tour going. Let's see if I can still do.
Big Kettle, we are doing great.
Where is phone? Okay,
And if you were hanging out with Camel, I'm sure the same is true for you.
I'm gonna
Hope
have
Camel's
to do.
stream went well.
Yeah. Camel, tell us what you were making. All I saw was an overshot from the ping pong ball camera of your kitchen. It's a mess. does crush
What
my
else,
soul.
Snoop?
It crushes my soul a little bit, but I can't. Nobody can change who you are, so keep rocking it. I love it. And Kara, tell me, Kara. Hey, how we doing? Tasty Technicolor, welcome in. How we doing? We made fried milk. That's right. I remember the title saying fried milk. Fried milk nuggies. Oh boy, I want to see some mold in that fridge. Kebabs, you ain't gonna see no mold in my fridge, baby. So, let me fire up my camera. Gonna be this way. Verified good stuff. I've already verified it. So where's the camera? Alright, so let me... Alright, so here's my fridge. So I've got a whole bunch of magnets on the fridge. I've got my textures, stickers, a little packet of... So this here is... what's this called? It's Demon Slayer, but it's... the stuff you put on rice. Furikake. It's furikake. I don't know. I just bought it because it was Demon Slayer. I also have some art from my niece. In the freezer, we've got a couple packets of frozen their dragon fruit from a stream we did a while ago. I need to turn that into something. I've got some portions of meat that I use for cooking. Yes, I'm shaking like a French soldier, but that's because I'm so excited about how this bout is going to finish. I've also got my corn and peas and cheese. Cheese is a recurring theme you're going to find in my fridge. So technically I do have mold in my fridge. It's the good kind. And here's the fridge itself. So I have some ham, some sliced ham. I've got some cheese. Let me just stop shaking for a second and try. So we've got some cheese. We've got cheese. We've got a bottle of Faygo. I need to drink that. There's nothing wrong with it. I just bought it when I was in the city. I've got my line of Ocean Bomb soda cans. So we've got one from One Piece, we've got one from Sailor Moon, we've got one from Dragon Ball, we've got a Pokemon one. That Pokemon one's nearly like 8 years old, so I'm not going to drink that one. I've got thick and cream, we've got some bacon, some mayonnaise, there's some red tie paste in the back there, some Moboshi paste, which I might need to throw out because it's been in there for a while. We've got some pesto in the back, some Dijonnaise. I got a big thing of lettuce. Lettuce? Yeah, it's just like leafy greens. I use on my sandwiches. There's some Kewpie mayo in the back there. It looks like some more cheese. I got cilantro and parsley here. Is that more cheese? No, that's the ground beef or lamb that we used today. I've got some milk, some carrots, some passion fruit alcohol drinks. I don't know what kind of drink they are, but my friend left them there. Eggs. That up there is a lobster aioli. It's supposed to be lobster salt from Adventure Time. I've got some sour cream, some dill, my hard sodas. I've got some Guinness down the bottom here. I've got some barbecue clean or BB. This is
you gotta
my...
show the nastiness with the grossest corner of your fridge. Show that real nice.
I probably like the bottom, really. Like, there's nothing really too nasty in here. I try to keep a tight ship on my crap. Oh, I got asahi. Nice. We've got some butter. We've got some cheese. Hey, what I tell you about cheese? Cheese.
Cheese good.
Give the white man a cheese. He's your friend forever. I got some kofa, which is like coconut fat. I think it's coconut fat. Yeah, coconut oil. Yeah. Got some minced ginger. We've got some soy sauce. We've got a what was this one? This is a pinwire apple cider. This is fancy cider, which I can't drink. I've got minced garlic. I've got lemon juice, lime juice. I'm gonna push this one more time. Go to overtime for the thing. Soy sauce, sweet chili sauce, oyster sauce, fish sauce, just generic fish sauce. More lemon juice. Japanese style kontatsu sauce. I got my fancy filtered water because I'm so bougie. That was orange juice. I've got OJ. I've got this bottle of chocolate covered maple smoked bacon soda, which is near 15 years old. needless to say, I'm never going to open that. Unless there's a big dono. Doesn't have to necessarily be on my stream. You could always go to... I think I've still got it there. Okay. Yes, I do. Gonna link that up.
You're keeping that for museums, right? Like,
Yes.
You just keep that around for.
I mean, you could also
historical
drop a big dono over to that link there, and I might consider drinking it. We've got flying brick soda. We've got Japanese style teriyaki sauce, more sweet chili, my okonomiyaki sauce, and ginger beer. Lundberg. So that is the fridge. I give you $1. Give me like another 1,000 of them, and we should be set. I know, sell out, right? There we go. Are you gonna turn off now? No. Exit. Thank you. Okay. Welcome back. Welcome back. Sorry, I nearly put my finger in my drink. Whoops. Not a problem, Kebabs. I aim to please with my fridge tours. I did see there was a few other people dropped in. Bearwa, welcome in. How are we doing? I'm sorry if I've missed people's chat, but Zoro is my future husband. You got good taste. You got good taste, Kate. Wait, can you show one piece again? The One Piece is real. Is there? You need to tell me if there's what do you call it? Is there a Chainsaw Man ocean soda? I'm not sure. TC's Cheese Daddy, I am Cheese Daddy. I thought he was Shark Daddy. Fridge garnish. Fridge garnish. Guinness cans the way. I'd like to try it from the source, but I miss the ones with the ball inside. They are the ones with the balls inside, actually. I'm terribly sorry, Nish, that I'm sort of just talking and sort of putting you in the corner in a sense. I'm putting baby in the corner and I feel bad.
What's up? No, whatever. We're having a perfectly normal discussion over here. Don't worry about it.
I can always go back and find out what's going
on. No. You don't have to. You don't have to do that.
Got to kiss the homies to go to bed. That's all good.
Yeah.
A man shouldn't be expected to talk back when in the midst of such an extensive bridge tour. I aim to please. Mm-hmm. So, I'm going to say that we had a little bit of an extra couple of minutes for the voting, but the voting, I'm going to say, is officially finished. I can't actually stop the voting, so we'll leave it at there. So,
it's like, come on, bro, let's fight. Let's smooch until we figure out who the winner is.
Alrighty. So one thing I ask for people, one thing I ask for people when I organize and ask if they are willing to do a kitchen battle is a funny game pose for the title card. Nish gave me a few extra ones as well. I wish I utilized them a bit better. I want to have a button where I push that takes me to which side won, whether it was Nish or myself. Because Nish gave me a really good I've been defeated pose, in my mind anyway. So I could have reciprocated with that one and gone, oh, if Nish wins, we'll push this button that takes you to a screen like Street Fighter. You know, you must be able to beat Shenlong before you can face me and all that stuff.
I can recreate it. I can recreate a pose. I've got a feeling my duty dish isn't gonna win. Just a hunch.
So the votes are in. The winner of today's pomegranate kitchen battle is it's TC.
Hey, I mean, no. All right, hold on. Let me do my defeat pose.
I don't think I've got yay on rigged. Oh, how would I reciprocate that one? Hang on, I've got to be. I thought you were gonna go for the Yamcha dead in the ditch pose.
Oh, like
Yeah. Oh man. But one thing to take away from this is Nish chose the recipe for today. So although I have created the dish to an extent that everybody's think is the best, Nish was the one who decided for me to make this. So everybody's a winner in the end. Honestly, I'm very intrigued and I want to try the one that I've given you because
You should. It was really good. It was really good. Highly recommend giving it a shot.
I did try my drink before Ember, and it's quite good. It's actually quite good. I think I put a bit too much triple sec in the drink, but yeah, it's very margarita-ish with a little bit of pomegranate. But drink more. I need to eat more before I drink more, but gotta make sure you eat lots of food before you do drink. It's a very good drink. Well, thank you. Obviously, thank you so very much to everybody who voted. Yeah, I have a mountain of dishes to clean. Is there anything that you want to promote for yourself, Nish, or you want to plug?
Yeah, this is my cat Biggie. He's super cute, but he's mad at me because we're not in bed right now. Yeah, I guess just what I was talking about earlier. This entire month, we're doing a charity drive for Doctors Without Borders. So if you are interested in just being around and chatting or donating, stop on by. We're going to be doing fun events the rest of this month, including a long marathon stream on the 30th. So that's going on. There are going to be events going on in the Discord as well. We're going to be doing Lord of the Rings marathon. We've got a D&D one-shot coming up for the community. And there are even some special other things that we might be doing. So stop on by, say hi, support a good cause if you can. But yeah, I think that about covers it.
The other thing Nish does too is he is cooking a dish from every country at the moment, and you're up to 130 something, right?
Yeah, almost 140.
140, yeah.
Out of 196.
So, when's the next time people are going to be able to catch one of these World Cooking Tour dishes?
The whole holiday is more like special events, so it probably won't be until the next year. But I'll definitely put out announcements, and you can follow me on my Twitter and all of that if you want to stay up to date. And Discord, of course, is a great place to stay up to date, and it's where you see peak DGen energy. So if you're interested in more DGen energy, Discord is a great place.
I don't think I've got. I don't have a link to your Discord in my repertoire, so go over to Nish's channel, push that heart, make sure the bell is rung, push the star as well while you're at it, and there's a exclamation Discord will probably take you to
exclamation point Discord, exclamation point socials, or you can find all that other stuff on any of my social medias.
Let's see.
Well, thank you so much for having me, TC. It was so much fun doing this.
And there should be something coming your way as well. It might take a while.
Oh shit! Oh my god, TC! Oh my god, that is such a huge donation.
I hate uneven numbers.
Holy shit!
I hate uneven numbers. And it's for a very good cause as well.
Thank you so much, TC. Thank you so much.
Not a problem, not a problem.
We're 50. We're now only 50 off from the big dono. Thank you so much, TC. That's really, really kind of you.
That's not a problem, not a problem. My main thing is thank you so much for doing this with me. I've been meaning to do something like this for a long time. You actually don't know how long I've wanted to do something like this with you.
It was a blast, man. It was a blast.
I would love to do something again with more of a time constraint and with hindrances involved as well.
Ooh, I like that. Like, we could even have like on the fly, like we could have like a spin wheel where it's like randomly like you can no longer use like a knife or something like that.
Yes. My thought was actually just going to be like taking us away from the kitchen for a second, like we have to do a certain amount of push-ups or squats or do a minute plank or something like
that's
that.
A good idea.
But yeah. that's a very good idea as well. That's a very good idea.
Yeah, TC. Thanks to TC's generous donation, for one, you get another extra bear stream coming up, and we got free waifu mode the entirety of January.
Way nice. I can save my big oiler money for a rainy day.
Mhm. So every stream, free waifu mode now for all of January.
Yes,
Seriously, thank you so much, TC. That was really generous of you.
Yeah, not a problem, not a problem. I was going to do something similar to an extent of matching whatever was put down in this stream, but I also didn't want to come off as cheap and say, to a certain extent, like, no more than... I'll match whatever was put down, whether it be subs, bits, or proper donos, but only for $150, because that's all I can afford, sort of thing. So.
Yeah. I'm planning on something similar. You know, I wanna give back myself. You know, I want to contribute. You know, I'm doing the streams, but I also want to contribute my part. You know, and everybody, like, whether you have like $1, whether you have $5, whatever you have to give back, like every little bit matters, especially for organizations like this. Doctors Without Borders is a great organization, and whatever you can give back really makes a difference.
Just a little bit of a recap, Sarah. Waifu mode makes Nishin wear a pink frilly apron for the entire stream. Definitely something to save up. Definitely something to check out as well. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it at the moment. Seeing as how you were my esteemed guest somewhat today, is there anybody that you have on your list that you would like to raid out to today?
Oh my goodness. Let me check. Usually Thursdays are... I don't know. I imagine it'd be similar folks to you. Let me go see. I don't know. I'm not sure who's live right now. Dun, dun.
Who have I got on my end?
I see a lovely streamer called Titanium Chef we could potentially read.
I don't know.
Actually, yeah, I don't see a whole lot of people on here. I guess we could do Miss Molly Makes, another Aussie streamer, or ZoboCat.
No, I haven't dropped by to Miss Molly Makes before, so I reckon we do that.
Alright, let's
go show the love to Miss Molly. So I'm gonna go to this one here. Prep up.
We'll do a double raid.
Yeah. Well, that was going to be my plan. Like, whoever you were going to raid to, I was going to send the people there as well.
Also, TC, before you go, and Linjay now, thank you for the $10 dono.
Yo!
You get to pick where your Hall of Famer goes on 2B. Where on 2B do you want to be?
Oh, okay, so I need to... What real estate is free then?
Yeah, this one is great.
TC donated a small portion of today's winnings. If only there was a prize pool. If only I was a big enough YouTube streamer or Twitch streamer to be able to have a big round robin with a full prize pool. Something I aspire to do, to be honest. That'd be really cool. Correct answer, is the booty free?
My booty? Yeah, I'm a cheap date.
Well, I'll take it, but what about 2Bs?
2Bs. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a little room. She's front facing, but we could get you kind of like booty-ish. I think we can get you booty.
I'll take the boodle. I'll take the boodle. The boodle caboodle.
Take the boodle? Nice. All right. Yeah, we're on 2B. So there's like chest, neck. There's a little bit of room on the booba. We got the side still. We got some thigh action, Linjay. TC has just claimed the boodle. So here's what we're looking at so far. 2 booty or not 2 booty? I like that thigh action. All right, hell yeah, good pick. All right, once I get these up, TC, I'll be ready to get the raid going.
Why
All right.
do I get other emotes? I don't want to just throw my emotes down. I want to do free ones for everybody. Why don't you?
Oh my! What is happening right now?
Yo! I feel like I know who that is.
Thank you, Cake. Thank you, Cake. Thank you, Cake, for the $20 dono.
They want to know what's the 5 after the 500. They want to know. This.
I'm gonna assume that's Cake Philosopher. I think that's my first guess. Who that is? Just a hunch. Just a hunch. Don't talk about that unless you want me to go to degenerate. Sarah, you're in the right place. All right, Kate, where do you want yours to go? Oh my goodness. Thank you everybody for the generous donations. I really appreciate it. Again, it goes to the usual. Thank you so much, everybody. And we're getting close. We're super close, and we've got a stretch goal coming up. 500 isn't the last goal we got. Cake.
There it is.
Where do you want to be? Do you want another thigh one? Alright, Cake, I'm just gonna draw. I'm gonna try my best to draw a cake. We'll see.
Alright. I'm just gonna eat some more of this. Yeah, I've got the raid already up on my side. So let me just take a moment to thank anybody and everybody who came by to check out what we were doing today. I had an absolute blast today. I can't test for Nishin, but I'm sure he'll say the same thing. I'll let him have his piece in a second. Thank you to everybody who had a chat with us today as well. It was great to hang out with you guys and have a chat. Thank you to the lurkers as well. Don't ever think we don't see you go unnoticed. Thank you for the support. It's very much appreciated. And yeah, what else is there?
Okay, where do you want to be?
Obviously, Camel. Big old shout out to Camel for the raid. And yes, I just realized something there. So let's do.
I could put you next to Linjay or TC for the booty action.
That gonna work?
You guys are filling this up so much faster than I was expecting.
Why didn't that?
On her neck, okay. Prime real estate on the neck. We got the cake neck.
Let me try that again. So, that way.
Got the old cake neck. Yeah, it could be cake. Maybe. A little bit of choking action.
There we go. We get a proper thing for Nish as well.
Alright.
So.
We'll be back tomorrow if you have any other donos, so let's not hold TC too hostage.
I was gonna say I've got a raid message if you want to use that one as well.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
By all means, use Nish's as well. Use mine as well as you want. But I've got. I'll post. So
yeah,
kitchen battle raid. The bears and sharks have been fed and ready to chill.
Let's do that one. Shit. Use the kitchen battle raid.
Free for everybody to use. So yeah. Anything you want to say before we finish up, Nish?
No, just thank you for having me. It was a lot of fun. And thank you again to thank you TC for donating. Thank you to everybody else who donated. It really means a lot. I really appreciate the support. I'm sure Doctors Without Borders does as well. So just thank you. I can't say it enough.
Alright, so let me fire up this raid on my end.
Me too. Alright.
Alright, and with that being said, I will sign off and say, take care of yourselves out there, stay safe, and I hope to catch anybody and everybody in the next stream. Alrighty, see you later.
Bye, everybody.